And we're gonna be done loading now.
Yeah.
Also, for the VOD purposes, Erin is here.
Hi. I'm here to remind you all that Ken Masters is a character in both Twisted Metal and Street Fighter. Like, there's a Ken Masters in this game. I think.
He's in 2.
He's in 2. See,
Yeah.
darn it, I'm already messing up. I already messed up. We gotta start the whole thing over again. Yeah, there's Sweet Tooth.
Wait, why is it? Why is it playing like twice speed? That's oh, there we go.
It did say, yeah, it said like 120. So I mean, yeah, I just thought that was something you wanted, like.
No, that's the. So for this game, and I don't do this for any of the other games, we're gonna be playing it easy because
I understand.
Here's the thing. This game, I think, is the only game in which all of the characters you fight, they only fight you.
Yeah.
Like, in 2, they kind of bump into each other and they get into tussles. They're like, the fuck you say to me?
They're very, like, if you've ever played, like, this is a reach, but if you've ever played, like, Spiker's Battle, where there's 4 people in the one arena, and whenever you play in that, all of the AI just immediately looks at you, and it's like, round 1 fight, and they just all jump your ass. It's that.
There's so many...
but with vehicles.
there's so many games like that.
I don't know why they thought that was fair to enact on teenagers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about the one gimmick I was doing too. I'm giving myself 5 credits per game.
I think that's fair.
Especially with this game.
Endurance flavored ice cream.
So, this allows for one of my favorite things to do, to look at the characters and kind of pick them apart. Because also, before we look at the models, apparently due to time constraints, a lot of these models in the main menu still use their beta model, so they all look pretty different.
Does the junkyard dog have a person falling through the windshield at all times?
Yeah, he's not having a good time.
Billy Ray,
he looks nothing like this. His hair is very nice.
maybe Billy Ray could be the Tumblr. Like, I can fix him. Like, maybe this is a good case study for us.
Honestly, yeah, he started out fine. His only problem is, like, once he started killing people, he's like, actually, I don't have much of a problem with this.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, this was the early 20s. 20s. Yeah, this is a really old game.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, so a lot of edgy.
It doesn't feel
like...
that way a little bit. And to its credit, it feels like the same way that oh god, what was that Midway one? The Suffering?
Oh, I don't even remember that, but
The Suffering kind of has a similar vibe where it just, it's edgelordy, but it doesn't feel like old to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels kind of timeless in a weird way. But, yeah, mostly,
it's like how new metal is getting this interesting resurgence in a weird way. Like,
I mostly just kind of focused on, like, how, I'm sure this is Jaffe's idea, where it's just like, it's gotta be edgy there, they're all mentally ill, like, stuff like that, hence the profiles here.
Jaffe, known for being up on his sensitivity training, that guy.
Yeah. Also, it's funny because they mention disorders, but, like, they don't really display any of them in the story, as far as I can tell. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to at times, but
it's that maybe that's fine. Like, in the sense that, like, if you're gonna do all that stuff, like, you probably should just have it be like, this is normal. This is fine. We're normalizing. Normalize being a little mentally ill. It's fine, actually.
Yeah. Also, I just realized that I'm the same exact age as this character, and I don't know how to feel about that. Anyway, on to the other one, the preacher dude. This, this guy's ending fucks me up so bad. Yeah, he was one of the ones where they actually had to change some of his cutscenes because they were like, okay, we cannot go that far. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a little little into the this is not okay zone. That gun is not okay.
Yeah, what the hell?
The fact that he's one-handing it probably also extremely not okay. Like that would shatter your bones, all of your bones in that arm, actually.
Especially, this is the worst character in the game apparently, which makes me kind of bummed. Because
maybe that's why he needs the intramuscular things, or maybe it's HRT. I take intramuscular HRT. maybe Brimstone is, would HRT have saved him?
There's only one path before you. No. Have you heard the good word of the trans god? Is that? So this guy.
Sorry, the face kills me.
Yeah, this guy. I swear to God, he has like 5 different looks. Like, you know how the later Power Instincts games have this real discrepancy towards like in-game looks and artwork.
Yeah.
Agent Stone here has like the most extreme of that, because every time you look at him, he's a different guy.
The ever-revolving protagonist face.
Thanks for following. I made that alert sound way too fucking loud.
I didn't even hear it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for yeah, I made it. There's a Cheer Accident song that I guess timely enough is called "When Clowns Go Bad," and there's a part.
Very fitting.
There's a part in that song where it just segues into a bridge, and for no reason, somebody that's twice as loud as the song just goes, "Yo!" And it cracks me up so much.
Someone walked in and just had no idea they were recording that day.
Yeah. And apparently, the bassist on his blog is like, I fought to keep that off the album, and they just kept it on. So
a record is a record of an event of people recording music in a room.
So this guy's story also kind of had the same thing as Preacher's, where the reason behind why he flew off the handle that day is a little too real originally.
Yeah. At least it's not like some like American McGee's Bad Day LA stuff. Like I don't feel like it goes that far. It might actually go that far. I don't remember. So.
Yeah, it's because in this game it's like, oh, he accidentally killed one of the innocents, but before it was like, oh, the gang that he's hunting like burned down his house for reasons.
Feels very John McClane.
A little bit, yeah. If John McClane was very traumatized.
Yeah, John McClane, John McPain. There we go. We got. Holy shit.
Yeah, this guy.
I love Mr. Grimm so much.
Pretty much any version. Like, I even like the fucked up pirate one from 4. Like,
yeah, Mr. Grimm, I am available to hang out if you would like to hang out.
Please.
We have vegan options on the menu.
Yeah, please don't eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the ratings are ridiculous, except for Armor, obviously. He's
yeah, this is like Super Saiyan Mr. Grimm, basically. But yeah, they were like, how do we bring this Grim Reaper character to a gritty world? It's like PTSD veteran and also cannibal. That works.
It feels like, yeah, it's very like very Mortal Kombat, the weird YouTube series where they're like all these killers on the island.
Yeah, this is the Baraka.
Reptile's not a reptile, man. He has
Harlequin's disease or something.
Harlequin ichthyosis.
Yeah,
that's why he's like that.
Yeah, weird as shit. Now, Roadkill, we don't know how old he is, because we don't know his name. The Ryu of this game, if I'm to be understood.
Very just kind of like, that facial expression is like, eh.
Yeah, considering what his patient profile describes him as, uncontrollable rage.
Heavy sedation, like, just kind of, maybe that plays into it a bit. He's on a couple of gummies right now. He's like,
Yeah, it's yeah, and his so he was based off visually, at least. I don't know if story wise, because it doesn't really go down that route. He bears some resemblance to the Edward Norton in American History character.
Ooh, yeah,
and
that's why someone in chat was like, "This is not really timeless." This design, I was like, "Okay, I get it now." I wasn't quite sure at first. Now I understand.
Well, he's not really part of them. He's like an undercover guy, so don't worry. He's not, he's not not the QAnon guy of Twisted Metal Black or anything. Yeah. But yeah, he did have the corresponding tattoos, which they scrubbed out of the game for obvious reasons.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. And that gang burned down Agent Stone's house, so you can probably see why they took all this out. Yeah, this guy.
Okay.
So, the funny thing about this guy is that I didn't realize how incredibly Italian this character is.
It does feel very giallo.
Yeah, that too. But it's just like he has like the New York accent. He's a boxer. The car he drives.
I'm using horse tranquilizers over here.
No face. He clearly has a face. Yeah, he's got kind of the headless horn thing going on.
Yeah, there's clearly a face.
But what's funny is that after playing his story, it's like, I'd hang out with this dude. He seems chill.
Yeah, no face I'm available to hang out.
Yeah, it's just like he only wanted to kill the guy who did that to him, which is fair. So,
yeah, which is that's the reason for the fierce aggression probably, but maybe not the horse tranquilizer part. I'm not sure why you need horse tranquilizer specifically.
They did say he accidentally killed like 6 people when he was looking for him, but that's not really his fault.
Yeah, you don't need a horse tranquilizer every time. I think you can taper off of
also,
the horse level.
How am I older than this character? I just realized.
I don't know how you could really tell. Just
that's
in
true.
Terms of, like I couldn't place No Face's age if you asked me. So.
David Jaffer. By their code names. Yeah, it's kind of just this melding of like. There's a reason why stuff doesn't hold up to realistic logic in this game.
Yeah.
She does not look anything like this.
Bloody Mary looks very concerned about the path of driving she's on. This is a great face. This should be on Good Faces. Just this face.
I mean, they posted the fucking "Sounds Good to Me, Baby" on the Good Faces bot the other day, so there's some sort of mole in there. In that Discord server.
Really, like, does it land you in the Twisted Metal, like, mentally, like, the thing they slap on you that says excitable? Like, who's got that stamp?
Yeah, excitable, explosive.
Why is that what they... Like, I'm excitable. Are you just going to slap that on my forehead? What the hell?
Well, do you throw furniture around? Because
no furnishings. Don't ever... She will complain and send you back to Burlington. You don't want to...
There's some guy...
not...
So there's some guy on YouTube who thinks it's an utterly brilliant story. You know, put that in
Sorry, go ahead.
To put that in perspective, I heard that Jaffe came up with a big twist while he was very sick with a fever one day. So,
she sees one ottoman and just immediately gets behind the wheel and causes a 6-car pileup.
Who's? Oh yeah. Speaking of,
hey, there you go.
Appears harmless. Do not approach.
Could Dollface go? Do you think Dollface actually would be like they them?
Probably.
Because we don't. I'm noticing in these profiles.
Oh
we
shit!
Don't gender anyone, which is interesting to me.
Huh. Excitable Explosive is my new band name. Also, thanks for having people check this shit out.
Appears harmless.
Yeah, with the spikes on the shoulders and everything.
Yeah, harmless though. Yeah. They sand them down a little.
So the brain damage thing. How's Calypso doing? He looks very much like Glenn Jacobs in this game, so not well. So I forgot. Somebody mentioned Head On. They had the Twisted Metal Lost add-on for that, and they have follow-up backstories for these characters, and they're all pretty unhinged for the most part. And I was reminded of that because, you know, the brain damage thing in her profile's there. And in Lost, the story is like, well, the mask is saying the same, but her head isn't.
I think we've all got a little bit of, you know, equal brain damage. We're all kind of twisted metal ourselves because we're all got the microplastics.
Oh God,
so
yeah.
I'm a little unstable. Me and Dollface would have a lot to talk about, I think.
She seems fine if you don't piss her off. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah. Again, apparently like her head is growing, but the mask is like crushing it basically, which is gross. But
that's a very that's kind of the you know, eventually Jason's like mask is just in the head still because it's, you know, it doesn't really, you know, get larger with him, so
pretty much. I would like to cop this outfit though.
It's pretty good.
Also, this one. This is the character. This is the character we're gonna be playing here. She is weird because she is way too normal for this game.
I take back what I said about the gendering thing because they all, in all caps, are like female grief counselor.
Yeah, right. I mean, it makes sense. Her friend was killed in front of her by two jocks, so
yeah.
She's like, it's funny because again, with Jaffe being the edgelord he is, it's like, oh, he's a bunch of psychopaths. Like, this lady's just like
normal as hell.
Yeah, my friend's dead, and I want to, you know, I want to kill them for killing my friend.
Good job, Jaffe, swinging back around to the most like the plainest of it's not a phase things that a lot of us went through. Like, great job. You just really, you know, 11 out of 10.
Is Raven old enough to drive? I guess so. I mean, there's a 15-year-old driver in 2.
Yeah, you can get like a license in Georgia at like 16. I almost did that. Because they need, you know, they need kids to drive the tractors, which is actually really fucked up and kind of Twisted Metal like if you think about it.
Yeah, that's some Midtown shit right there.
Truly.
Oh right, yeah, that's who. So yeah, this guy. I remember, so the Twisted Metal community, they all say this is the best Sweet Tooth. He's like one of the best designs of all time. I kind of just...
There's nuance.
I personally just kind of find him boring compared to everybody else, like, or at least his other kind of wackier designs.
Yeah, I think that there's, like, okay, where do we start? You start with the fact that he's either buff or chubby in every other scene, and they can't decide. I think that people won't admit on some level that they are appreciating when they appreciate the more like fulsome-ish leather daddy looks of Sweet Tooth and also Shao Kahn. They are just kind of leaning into that leather daddy kind of thing, whereas like, you know, with Sweet Tooth you either get that, you get like the Joker-ish look, you know, putting those two at odds, or you know, beyond that, just like, you know, him in the comics and stuff. Like, there's Needles Kane is a land of contrasts, is the thing.
Ain't that the truth? Only Twisted Metal stream on Twitch, it seems. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
The community for this is like, it has been like exploding for the past couple of years, so I hope they. Yeah. Maybe I just caught them on a good day. I don't know, but
yeah, the leather strap. Like, it's kind of a question of how into the leather are you?
I will fully admit, I mean, that's, you know, why Dollface is cool, but like,
yeah,
I think the thing is the game is trying to make me scared of this character, and I just can't be.
Yeah, like, it's that same thing Jaffe does, where it's like he kind of takes this, you know, what he sees as this far out, you know, perception of a, you know, to incorporate into his design, and people who are just, you know, kind of wary of things or normal are like, that's cool, man.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, I don't know, it's just like he'll say shit like, I was out like the dying heartbeat of a little girl, and it's like it's goth poetry. That's all that is.
It's really back of the. It's ironic that he chose to do that drawn to death thing because a lot of his stuff is the like sketched on the back of the Trapper Keeper, stuff that you do in class.
I still roughing out plans for a fan game. Good luck with that. I've seen a couple of those pop up. Best of luck to all of them, really. Because God knows I don't think we're going to get any of these games again for a while. But I forgot what else. Oh, yeah. VG Junk, which, hats off to them. They pretty much pinpointed my opinion of Sweet Tooth. It's like, he's too obvious to be scary, also. Whereas, like, there was, he pointed out a way scarier clown in video games. It was like some like old beat 'em up, and it was just a guy called Killer Clown. The thing is, he looks like a totally normal clown. It's like, how are you introduced with him? Here's a scene of him selling a lady into slavery, and it's like, what? Okay.
Yikes.
It's just like, yeah, he looks like a normal clown, and behind it is probably one of the darkest people ever. So I mean.
Is it weird to say that I kind of think my favorite Sweet Tooth might be the one from 4, where he's kind of like Femme and he like won.
So I wasn't
used the wish to like he won the whole thing, so he was just like.
I wasn't the only one noticing the eyeliner then. Okay.
Yeah, the lipstick. It's like he's kind of serving. He's a little hunty,
Mine is probably 2, where he's just like a slobbering weirdo.
It's either the best is when I think it's either extreme where it's just like Leather Daddy let himself go, or just like the most prim like
Sweet Tooth in the Swiss Metal 4 ads is so dumb with what? Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of ironic, like, because it's like you beat Calypso in that game.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame we have Minion locked, because Minion is fucking horrifying looking in this game.
Yeah, I do kind of wish we, you can get like a GameFAQs save, but I mean, I don't know if there's like a code. It's up to you.
I think there's an unlock everything code that Cutting Room Floor said was there, but it's like weirdly complicated.
Yeah, not one of those. I'm a fan of like the codes that are like the Turok 2 Beware Oblivion is at hand kind of thing, where you put in one string and that's it. You just get everything else out the gate. None of this whole rigmarole.
So, I've been playing a lot of Shadow in 2, and we're going to do that here also. We may skip one of her story cutscenes, because it depicts something I'm not sure a lot of viewers are going to be comfortable with.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, she's like, basically she's like, I keep thinking about my friend, and she's carving the name of her friend into her arm, and it's like, I don't think people need to see that.
Good old David Jaffe, just like we said, maybe not the most cognizant of how you should put self-harm or depict self-harm in a video game.
Yeah.
Or how you shouldn't, rather.
There we go, that's all we're going to see of that.
Yeah. And now the Zorko brothers.
Zorko was one of the lead devs, I think. So.
Shout out to John Zorko.
Yeah, the rest of
his name.
The rest of the scene is just like, but then this guy Calypso came to me and offered me a contest, and then I did it, and that's all, so.
This guy, Chang, I mean.
Okay, hold on. So, what is it? Up?
Jesus, you immediately get blindsided when you start. Oh, come on. It's all.
Oh, hold. Okay, so you have to hold the shoulder buttons to do this. Okay. Okay.
I love the little hop. That plane's gonna crash. I'm just gonna.
That doesn't seem. That doesn't seem to be working. So I guess we'll just.
Oh, you were trying to do the like manual.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Oh, I might have to.
That is too many cars.
Oh my god. Yeah, 7 on stage 1. Like
you start the game and 7 different vehicles pull up on you like, hey, what's up?
I also forgot to look up the special moves for the games, because I keep forgetting these games have, like, fighting game special moves in them. The thing is, Raven has a pretty good special. I'm gonna find somebody to do it on. I love Jack X. Get out of the way. So there's this.
Whoa.
Yeah, the detonating thing. But she has a secret one where if you mash up, this happens.
I love that so much.
That is my favorite move in any Twisted Metal game now. It's just a goth lady popping out of her sunroof and fucking firing from a turret. It's
Mario Kart, unfortunately, could never. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I know this double dash, but what I'm saying is, like.
Sorry.
It's not someone leaving the confines of the driver's seat to pull out a chain gun.
Yeah. So I had to pull up the special attacks because I gotta take my own advice with fighting game players. Look up the move lists.
What you're really saying is we need a Mizumi wiki, and I'm here for it.
I'm kind of surprised there isn't one, to be honest.
Yeah, like car combat stuff can be a fighting game. We're at the point where people are playing Windjammers and all this stuff. It's like, why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, hell, even like I think mid-development of the first game, people are so it's a fighting game with cars.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Black is a type of Anarchy Reigns, is what we're getting at.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's too.
Whoa. Damn it! It wasn't aimed at anybody.
What was that guy's name? Axel?
Yeah, he's in this game.
Was he not in the? Was he not in the bios earlier? I feel like.
Yeah, he's a hidden character.
Yeah, I missed out on.
He has the story of a Sweet Tooth killed his wife, and he's
Where's
not.
my wife?
Yeah, he's not dealing with that very well. Because there's no platform underneath him. And he's not wearing any shoes.
Yeah, and the most barefoot wife guy in video games.
And the game makes it a point to point out that he'll be skidding across the asphalt a lot. And apparently this is a form of guilt relief for him. So
one must imagine Sisyphus barefoot. Sisyphus feet pics. I'm sorry.
Oh, the old Twisted Metal YTPs. Yeah, that. I gotta look at those again. I'm sure there's some good stuff in there.
Seems quite good. What hit him? Oh, the 3 other people firing missiles. Never mind.
Also, this health pad. This is the first time it returned since Twisted Metal 1. So there's that.
They just I want something to.
What?
Whoa!
Who the fuck was that?
I think that was just a bystander who happened to be, wrong place, wrong time, I guess.
Yeah, this was the game where they got really Carmageddon with the bystanders.
Oh gosh, I love the intro to Carmageddon so much. It is so incredibly stupid.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
John
so many
Doe
questions about the mechanics of the gun. That, like, is she holding a gun that she just happens to have, or is there one built into the chair that's also in the driver's seat?
Either one's good.
Explaining to do.
Okay, so the freeze missiles, yeah, they're basically your Hadouken when it comes to Twisted Metal.
That's kind of cheap. That's some shock rifle stuff. You got shock combos in this game.
Oh yeah. Machine gun upgrade. Okay, we gotta. Axel.
Now we can rat-a-tat-a. Oh dear. The guy's on fire. It's fine.
Yeah, he's. What's going to further blow your mind is when you notice the chair doesn't seem to be attached to anything.
Yeah, she just sort of... Is it like maybe it's some goth girl magic? She just floats. What's really bothering me, I think, is when you get hit... Oh, that guy's on fire. When you get just outside of like frame, it doesn't do the thing some games do where you have like a red reticle show you where you got hit from, so you just gotta guess.
Yeah, it's
You do have the whole ass like mini map radar, so that's nice.
Yeah, thankfully that seems to be a constant in these games. What do the machine upgrades do? I assume they just do more damage. Damn it! I lost track.
Getting frozen in this game feels like it sucks. If you get frozen in the middle of like 8 people, that's probably a wrap.
Oh yeah, that's true of every game. Yeah. Well, sorry, Dollface, you got okay, well you just.
This rain is disorienting.
Yeah, this reminds me of like a storm we had like last year.
Oh my god, the dark side really pulled up and just Alright.
Well, thankfully the models don't resemble the drivers, so I'm like, no, that's somebody else. Don't worry. Dollface is fine.
Does anyone have like a cooldown where they just don't like? Do you always overheat when you're holding the shot down like that, or is it just like?
I think if you hold it down too long, it does that.
That's for everybody.
I hope so.
Yeah, I was oh, Axel, you poor man.
Because I'm like, for all I know, the computer can probably just do it infinitely.
What if yeah, that's actually true. They might just be straight up cheaterific.
Ooh.
I feel like Axel has this Fred Flintstone quality.
Also,
just, you know, it's like the wheels, like there's probably no real engine. He's just yabba dabba doing it across the plane here. You know, he has to book it a little to get it started.
Yeah, I mean that's the theory as to why people pointed out he hasn't suffered severe muscle atrophy at any point.
Yeah, like he has to be, you know, there's got to be some working like the musculature for him to. I don't know, for him to keep it going. There's no, I guess each tire might have like an engine in there, maybe. I don't know how it works. Someone show me like how he gets started. If there's like a ripcord he pulls on each end, and it works that way.
It plays the Hanna-Barbera noises too. Oh my god.
Now I just want the intro of the Flintstones, but it's Axel and someone dumps the ribs on the side of his vehicle and he falls over.
As not only as that might be on his feet, I'm just thinking about the strain on his shoulders. Yeah, he's got it bad.
Yeah, he's
What? No!
That was
So yeah, the preacher throws a guy on you that goes repent and then blows himself up with dynamite. So there's that. But yeah, Axel is like it's fascinating because he's like beyond iconic, but like if you think about the logistics of it for even more in a second, it doesn't hold up to any sort of scrutiny or anything. But
yeah, I remember him being in all the magazine ads, and it was like, who's this guy who's not Sweet Tooth and has tires for arms? Oh,
I swear to God, every time I fire that off, I'm not aiming at anybody. He's fine. Just stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
So I always wonder, like, is the Twisted Metal, like, they're always like, oh, they immediately die, and it's like, technically they could just get out of the car.
But, yeah. How is car combat even real? Just why don't you just park?
Also, if you're playing as a ghost, I can't imagine it's a big deal or anything.
Yeah. You just, it's like, you know, you're haunting the car, but you can just leave the car. You run on ghost rules. Even the Grudge can just cheat. The Grudge, at one point in the Grudge movies, just gets on a fucking plane and follows them. It's like, that's not even... The Grudge is supposed to be confined to the house, you think, and they're like... I guess spoilers for the Grudge, sorry.
It's, I mean, yeah, I guess there's theories that they're tied to the cars or whatever, but...
Yeah, like, it's, you know, Sweet Tooth tied to the ice cream truck, I guess. Like, Sweet Tooth probably can't not have some sort of ice cream truck, like...
Yeah, at this point, right? It's like, you know, how sumo people can't go out in public without being super classy.
Yeah.
What? Come on.
The, you know, not a lot of health, but this rain is so...
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Why though? Like
it's PS2, baby.
There we go.
You hate to see it. I don't enjoy causing no-face harm, but you know, some characters have justifications as to why they're cool with being in the tournament. Dollface is probably the darkest thing you could say about it.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember exactly how she said it, but she's like, well, the thing is, I don't care about it anymore, because in a world where what was allowed to happen to me, nobody is innocent. I'm like, okay, damn.
Yeah, very the Crow.
Yeah, this is very Crow-coded, this whole game.
Yeah, very, you know, like there's a sort of there's a kind of a strain of the bleak sort of nihilism that almost works if it weren't paired with David Jaffe. Like,
yeah. Whereas Twisted Metal 4 is just Insane Cloud and Posse, the car combat game.
Oh yeah, I'm shocked you don't see Hatchet Men in that game somewhere. Like,
Melvin, the tiny little guy, he is what I imagine the normal person's version of Juggalo they picture in their mind is.
Yeah.
Oh, I killed Axel somehow. I don't even know. It was
why is the windscreen so kind of like anticlimactic? That's so weird.
Didn't Jaffe leave the series at some point? Well, 3 and 4, the rights went to somebody else. I don't think Head On involved him at all. I think it was like the other guy.
Yeah, that game seems more chill. Like, it seems less his vibe.
I'm surprised you knew his name. Melvin's Deep Cut. Oh, I found out about Primeval a couple of months ago, and also the Apocalypse 9 gang, who were 3 doofuses that got cut out of the first game. Alright, we're going to the suburbs, because it's basically a level from the first game. Also, a lot of these people have the quotes that, like, I was never a fan that half the cast has this kind of quote, where it's just like, you know, maybe I don't have a problem with killing people. It's like, eh.
Yeah. You should, at some juncture, I don't know if you would really be about this, but there's the deleted, like, the deleted footage of the Apocalypse 9 guys just kind of yelling.
Yeah, I love that so much.
I feel like you should, you know, if people haven't seen that's actually quite good.
Yeah, just
all of the FMV still pretty stellar, if I'm honest.
One of the Apocalypse 9 guys, the one with the slightly longer hair, just looked way too much like one of the dudes from The Kids in the Hall. The one that goes, "You stupid, you're gonna die." That guy. Sweet Tooth's here. Got a what the hell is he?
Louise.
Oh yeah, he has the mech in this game. I forgot about that.
He's a mech now, but he's frozen.
And he's dead. So fuck you.
that was a lot. He came in, popped his ult, did mech form, ran out of like juice, and then tried to leave. And was like, "Oh no, I'm out. Oh no, my life."
Yeah, I ain't letting Sweet Tooth leave. Not without.
Ran out of ice cream.
Man's got the Rock treatment from WF No Mercy in this game. You think I'm gonna let him live? Also, you know, he would kill me if I didn't kill him. So
is it anathema at this point to bring up the Crush Hour because he said that?
Oh yeah. I think, like, the consensus of the game is it's kind of the worst thing it could be, which is really boring and easy, from what I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
the cutscenes are better than the game, like, by miles, I think.
Yeah, it's like, again, like, people didn't complain about the gameplay itself, it was just, like, the pacing of it really fucked with it.
Yeah.
Because, the thing is, anytime you see a health pickup in Twisted Metal, you're like, oh, thank God. Whereas in WWE Crush Hour, it's like, oh, this is the 4th one I saw in a row. You know?
The best thing we get out of that one is that the bleak, nihilistic world, whereas in a Twisted Metal, it's just the nature of how things go. In Crush Hour, it's because of Vince McMahon existing. Like, that's just what creates that vibe of just everything is fucked. It's all Vince McMahon's fault. The corporal takeover truly did a number on things. Now we're just televising Kane like microwaving dynamite or barbecuing dynamite rather, just for fun.
I'm back. Don't worry. It's Okay, I got a new car. It's fine. I stopped, dropped, and rolled. This entrance graphic, by the way. Just, thanks for that, Needles. So, this game's been out for like 23 years, so I don't think it's a big thing to reveal the twist. This game isn't real, canonically. This is Sweet Tooth daydreaming. That's this whole game.
Yeah.
So that really calls into question that he had to mentally come up with that entrance thing. So, and yeah, David Jaffe, when they were making Minion, apparently he was very, very sick one day. He's like, what if Minion was like aware that this was all like, this game is like canonically just all bullshit? And he speaks in code so that Sweet Tooth can't find out that he knows. I'm like, that's it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. At some juncture, I don't know if this exists anywhere. They made a bunch of like flash animations.
Oh yeah.
Game.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like No Face. It said No Face, Billy Ray, Sweet Tooth, Dollface, Bloody Mary, and Mr. Grimm had them, but I don't remember them, which is. I feel like I should have internalized that.
Hold on, I gotta shut the phone off.
I gotcha. It's the
spam callers ruining my Twisted Metal experience. But yeah, Minion, the bullhead man, he looks terrifying, but he's actually terrified because he's like, I know that, like, you know, I know none of this is actually happening, and I don't want him to find out. The logic gets a bit weird head on. The split psyche of Needles and Marcus is all in his head, but which head? Yeah, they went really abstract with that one. I like that that ending where Marcus is like, but Sweet Tooth, who are you? And Sweet Tooth just loses patience. He's like, come on, you're me, you idiot.
Yeah, I am Jack's inner car combat murder clown. That's
pretty much, yeah. I also love the part where Marcus is like, I feel like I've been here before. And he's like, his Sweet Tooth's like, I have, but we have to, whatever. I like when he's more of a smartass. I think that's my favorite kind of Sweet Tooth.
It's fine to have him be like a little zesty. I think like.
Yeah. Also, apparently, the TV show adds the facet of his personality. He's like, if you're on his good side, he's like really chill, which I find really funny.
Yeah. I love that ending where he pulls up to Calypso in the FMV, and he just really wants that bag of but he's got like people in the car with him. He's presumably before he got there, they were just driving around, hanging out, like.
His hostage is played by Jaffe's ex-wife, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's the one that's like, I'm getting out of here, and I'm taking your truck.
Wowie.
Also, yeah, Harold, he makes an appearance in the show, because of course he does.
Twisted Metal does kind of feel very like she took the kids, like, in a general sense.
Hey, I got 4 credits left. Thankfully, this game, for how hard it is, you don't have to input passwords or load a game. It's just like, game over, retry.
Yeah. You know what would have been neat in this game is just like if you could customize a bumper sticker.
I mean, technically you can with texture modding now, but...
Actually, yeah, it's a good point.
I actually found out, dissecting the files for Twisted Metal 2, I think you could just mod all the textures in that game.
Oh, sweet.
So...
You could have the trans rights ice cream truck.
Could. Although, apparently Sweet Tooth sucks in that game, too. So, the thing is, Sweet Tooth's got kind of the Scorpion thing going on, where he's rarely good in his games. It's like, he's good in here... he's wildly overpowered in 4. I think he's fine in head-on, but, like, I think in 1 he was terrible. In 3, he's like...
Scorpion and Sweet Tooth shaking hands ferociously about being very good in the 4th iteration their respective series.
Yeah, really. I mean,
someone should do that art. I want to see that.
The Scorpion, the minute he became 3D, he was like, "Oh, I got it now." But, Sweet Tooth though, like, Sweet Tooth in 3 is like, hey, do you want to actually control a fish out of water? Here's the character for you. Junk Dog. That's something I've got in my notes for my fan game skins. Yeah, I mean, they kind of did something like that with the new game, but it's one of those, like, services like the 2K games where it's like, upload a skin online and download it from blah, blah, blah. I mean, that did have online play, so I think that had something to do with it, but... speaking of wrestling and Twisted Metal, for those that do not know, I'm currently... I saw a guy doing a WWE 2K tournament with Twisted Metal characters. I'm like, awesome. I kind of want to do a Fire Pro tournament with every character from every game now.
Nice.
So I'm chipping away at that. I actually just finished Harold the Wacky Lunch Sack for that. So
please join me in rooting for Mr. Grimm and Ferocious Stick, or getting, like, you know, in that instance, do you feel like there'd be some kind of stable, like?
I mean, there would be a couple, like the Apocalypse 9 guys for sure are going to be a stable.
Yeah, I don't know how Axel wrestles really, but I think if you made his hands and feet tiny tires.
I might do that. I also, for a possible alt costume, I could just make it to where his dad is like, "Oh, wrestling, there's some money in that."
Yeah. Or he just comes to the ring with one big tire in his hands. He can't, like, drop. It's just super glued.
His hand and feet are just wheels. Yeah, I think somebody made those. Oh yeah, because Mordecai for the first Fraud Rumble, I think he had those. So.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Brimstone. Come and save me, Estes Perkle.
Oh shit! You know what just occurred to me? This game doesn't have Trash Man, does it?
It does not.
Damn it! We need the lore of Trash Man.
He likes trash. That's all of his lore. It's 989 for you.
That's it. Like, we.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't get a big, like, loves trash stamp on his psychological profile, really.
He is. He only showed up in 4, but he is so good in that game. He's like, hey.
4 is slowly becoming my fave, and I don't know what to feel about that.
It's the most unhinged one, I feel, which has its own...
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I think I need Twisted Metal to be just not make sense. I think, which in fairness, none of them do.
That's true. But especially...
They make sense superficially.
I mean, when you get to 4 and there's, like, you know, the guy who hates being called short, and then the ending, Melvin makes fun of him for being short even though he's a foot smaller than him, it's like, that's the type of logic you're dealing with that game.
Like, someone did some fan art of Sweet Tooth and Violator from Spawn, and I'm realizing that I think I like Sweet Tooth more, even though I guess they both, like McFarlane is a different kind of edgelord, but in ways that are very distinct.
Yeah, sorry, the problem with that move is it's very easy to do by accident.
Yeah, it was worth it just to see, like, the goth girl sticking out, like sideways, like the car is on the wall, and she's out of the sunroof, but at a perpendicular, like, 50-degree angle.
I am also just desperately looking for the health pickups because I don't know where they are in this map.
There isn't, like, one of those platforms. That lightning effect looked really cool, actually.
Wait, wasn't there like a church that had? I think this map is so big I don't remember where the church is either.
Huh.
But
ironic for the church to be the healing place, but then the preacher throws a guy at you that explodes. That's
well, he's
an odd choice.
He's not a man of God. He's a man of himself.
You know what this makes me want? Oh my!
I just died in front of the health pickup.
That sucks. I realize that this makes me want, and I know that someone was working on like a PS1 style Twin Peaks game, but I would like a Twin Peaks car combat game. That's what I want.
That'd be
someone get on that.
I wouldn't say no to that. Maybe have Mike Patton do the music again.
Yes, seeing division. Seeing division.
Yeah. He's done music for both Twin Peaks and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What a guy!
Yeah, I wanna like you can see the designs kind of make themselves. Like Audrey Horne does that whole like I always get what I want, and then like Bob comes in like I'm gonna get you in my death bag. It's my special move. the log lady just hits you with a log with her car. Like this is a done deal. Someone do this.
The thing is with Bob is he has to say that every time he does the move.
Yeah.
But
get you with my death bag.
But yeah, with the Trash Man bio there, I forgot that there's slightly more to his bio, and he sounds like a cultist almost.
Ooh.
He's like, trash is my kingdom. This is my plan for a new world. Yes, this is the future. It's like, what, dude? What are you talking about?
I'm kind of with him. I'm following his logic. a new planet, a better planet, a trash planet. I'm here for it. Like, tell me more.
Oh, that killed Billy Ray somehow. Good old Billy Ray.
God, I would be an instant Nadine Hurley main in a Twin Peaks game. Like,
I feel like
cheerleader mobile. Like,
I also don't know how there's not an Aqua Teen game where you basically play Twisted Metal as Carl.
Yeah.
Because it feels like.
Wait, did Twisted Metal ever have like a cheerleading squad? Did I Mandela effect that?
You might have, but that's a great idea.
Like that feels like that should have just been a thing, because like a lot of 80s movies just do that thing where someone has a horrible car wreck to impress a cheerleader.
I can see 989 doing that also.
Yeah,
I mean,
it feels like a Vigilante 8 kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I still need to play that, and also Road Trip, because Road Trip has has a design that I kind of love. I think her name is Bunny, and she's just like a fashion model that just went unhinged and now is like holding a shotgun at all times, and I'm like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
More of that, please.
Yep. Damn.
Well, damn.
I think we're gonna be stuck here for a while. Alright,
this seems like it's not. I know that you said it too easy. This does not seem easy to me.
I mean, it's never easy. It's manageable.
Yeah.
Warthog, yeah, this guy. The guy who wants to be the best serial killer since Sweet Tooth, but he's got a problem. He feels really bad when he does it. And he's like, I want Calypso to modify my brain so that I don't feel sad when I kill people. And I'm like, maybe find another passion.
Yeah. You're talented in other ways, maybe.
I'm sorry, what did you kill him with? I don't know. But oh god.
Oh geez, the chase down.
She was firing up into the sky. What did you call him? Did I call him Warthog? Or I might have called him something else by accident, but his name is just Cage, which is funny. He's another guy who looks like a completely different guy every time you look at him. Warthog.
Cage was such an essential like 90s early aughts name or designation to make things like it carried on so hard that like Kage and Virtua Fighter, everyone I knew at the time before they knew better was just calling Kage Cage because they thought it was
Yeah.
They thought it started with a K. Like,
also, yeah, you're right. I did say Warthog. I think as a kid I always read it as that, and I'm still deprogramming from that.
That's actually adorable, though.
Thank you.
Oh, got him. Yep.
Sorry, Billy Ray again.
Dang old Billy Ray out there. I would also accept a game that was like this, but with Garfield and friends. I think
Garfield would enter a Twisted Metal tournament, yes.
I think we have to, we have to finally mitigate all of the Garf card stuff, and they have to pay for their crimes with all the Garfield card.
I mean, there's a few Lasagna Cat videos that could just be Twisted Metal Black endings. So.
Oh God, yeah, we just incorporate Lasagna Cat.
Wait, I was talking about it with Chris. The end of that, what was it, like the sex survey results video, where like all the mannequins come up to him for hours, and then like after the calls stop, there's like this couple that are dressed up as the mannequins that just stare at him, and that like freaked me out legitimately. Like. I'll get my wish and make it so that Mondays never exist. It's like, wish granted, but none of the other days exist either. I mean, it's kind of what he did to Outlaw. It's just like, I want a world with no Twisted Metal. He's like, granted, you're in a world with no Twisted Metal, and also, there's nothing else either. Have fun.
Yeah. The void finally beckons.
It's like the Lost... The Lost... Oh god, he froze me, didn't he?
Yeah, the way he pulled up out of the woods to do that, that's sneaky.
Yeah, that's pretty in character for him.
Yeah. That felt a little too, like, planned. That's like a AI routine you do when someone, like, has done that to you in a multiplayer thing. You're like, they'll never see this coming.
I didn't even get a death scream. That's how fast that happened. Not that, I'm like, I need to see Raven burning alive in more detail, but...
well, David Jaffe wants you to feel that way, and I'm glad you're like, look here, buddy.
Look, those are two very different people. That is her friend, Bobby. The M-slot. So this is...
Oh, go ahead.
The guy driving this is a character from Twisted Metal 1, and, so in The Lost Enemies, you remember, Mr. Ash was like, let's go black, it's time to come home, and it cut to, like, a weird puppet in a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy driving this. Except he's like a hulking BDSM monster now. I'm not even kidding. Just
I can't get over how this whole series did not exist were it not for BDSM and Folsom. That's so funny.
Yeah, especially this game. But like, Lost was like, oh yeah, if you're wondering what's with Black, the Calypso from the old universe sent Black to this one to kill this version of Calypso, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? I don't even care if it's not canon. It's canon to me because that's amazing.
It's still real to me. Yeah, you froze the mech. Holy shit! Get owned, nerd. That was
get owned, needles. Like the fact that it's like people are there's the Frankenstein's monster conundrum with Sweet Tooth. I'm like, maybe people wouldn't be confused if his name didn't also sound like a car.
That's true.
Needles Kane, like.
Yeah.
At least his dad is named Charlie. It's like, okay, that's a name at least.
Yeah, a guy named Needles, like.
Whoa!
What happened?
Is that the Boomhauer guy from Head On? Dang old bystander, man. Supposedly the worst character in Twisted Metal history competitively, which is sad.
In history?
Yeah, like out of the entire franchise, yeah.
Huh.
It's either him or the Pirate Grimm from 4. Which is a shame, because I like both the designs. They were just like, what if Joe Dirt talked like Boomhauer? And I'm like, I'm all for that.
Kind of moving on my dreams a little, but like Pirate Grimm, and you make a Pirate Grimm, and then he's bad, and that's kind of like if you had like, the cowboy Ghost Rider in a thing show up somewhere and be bad. Like that's like you did that.
Oh, they all look the same. And Captain Grimm's a shame. Who else? The fucking Skeletor Mr. Grimm from 3 is apparently really bad.
Oh, what the hell?
My hunger for being higher tier is insatiable. I like how many Sons of the Lead Div.
What do they got against skeleton guys is my question.
Usually nothing. He's usually very good in these games. It's just in 3, he's like, well, 3 and 4. Yeah. Somebody described 3 Grimm as instead of a glass cannon, he's just glass.
When he first showed up, wasn't he like not a skull person? Now that I'm thinking about it, didn't he just have like the wraith kind of thing? Like it was the motorcycle helmet and nothing. Like now I have to actually go look because I'm Mandela-ing again.
On the portrait in game, he had the helmet, but you can kind of see a skull through it. In Lost, when he points at Calypso, it's revealed that the arm is bone.
Okay, yeah, in 95 Twisted Metal, yeah, it was like helmet, but then it was like everything's unknown. He really he wanted Calypso's soul, and then in 2 he's just straight up Skeleton Man. Okay, I remember now. There's some merit to having it be like an unknown thing. Like that's the appeal of like a rival school's Akira, where you just see the helmet and you don't have an identity yet. Then it's like, oh, neat little reveal, you know.
I had to repent. Sorry. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's all good.
Damn it.
What? His bio in 2, he's like, you live off food, I live off souls. Souls like yours.
Yeah, that's... There's also just an interesting change in his character. It's just like, instead of like a mysterious death man, what if he was just what if he was essentially a soul drug addict?
Yeah, that's like... I guess the escalation there is just he can't just be this haunting figure you know nothing about. He has to actively want to, you know, he gets more wraith-like over time, which is... There's something to that, but it's like how Pinhead is.
This is in 2, he legitimately he even straight up says, I'm a bit of a junkie, so...
Yeah, it's like, we didn't need to... We don't really get anything from knowing that, but...
I mean, it's the first time I've seen a skeleton man salivate, so...
Just this drooling skeleton.
Death! I also like that one head-on ending that has Mr. Grimm show up and it doesn't even involve him. Like, it's just like... He had to be there to grant a specific wish, so he just, like, gets teleported there. He's like, what's going on?
I want, like, a Mr. Grimm for coma.
Oh, my God.
Like the...
A Mr. Grimm Gaiden.
Yeah.
Calypso basically has one, so... Because there's that prequel TM2 comic that gives more backstory to Calypso, and it makes him much more sympathetic, and I'm like, oh, so it literally is just a Gaiden manga then?
Yeah, that's the... It's like those You've Got This Jury Han comics.
Oh, I didn't even know that existed, but I'm not surprised.
Those are actually quite good. Those, like... Revengeance Gaiden is really good.
Hold on. Oh, come on. And I wasted a special. I just blew up a kid there, by the way. I didn't feel great about that. Because a Yellow Jacket is technically controlled by, like, a 6-year-old, but, like...
A lot of this neighborhood just seems way too populated. It's like, why are we... No, did we need to have this contest in the crowded, like, suburbs? I guess we did. I don't know. David Jaffe.
Is there a way I can load a game and then, Oh, wait, it says load game right there. I want to choose another level. That one's way too big.
That one's a lot.
I zoom in
a
right on
lot
the
in,
side.
like, a maybe, like, ambitious for PS2, but...
I have 2 credits left now. We got past level 1.
Is there like an infinite credit cheat or something? Or
I mean, technically I do have infinite credits. It's just an arbitrary thing I'm giving myself for interest of time. Because this is already going on an hour, which that flew by.
Yeah, time flies when you're twisting some metals.
If you looked out your window and saw a twist of metal happening, would you really risk fleeing? Yeah, you're kind of screwed either way. Cause like,
yeah, but it's like, you know what someone said the other day about it? It's like, do you want to live in the missile silo so you either like, so you aren't on the receiving end of the missile, or do you want to be on like, you know, when the missile actually like hits? Like, which one, you know, when Sweet Tooth fires the missile, you know, do you want to like have that like anticipation?
I forgot about one of the most important things I could have done. The shield.
Ah, that seems important.
That's the Shoryuken of the Twisted Metal games.
Ah, yes. The get off me button.
But it's funny because one of the like cut FMVs from Twisted Metal 1, Calypso's like having an interview with that news guy, and after he ends the interview, he's like, "A word of advice: stay off the streets tonight." Like,
oh my god. Yeah, David Jaffe says, "Don't come to school tomorrow." Okay, bud. Holy shit.
I want Twisted Metal 1 Calypso's just kind of like almost kind of exasperated tone towards everybody.
Understandable. Like,
it's like strange. It says here you only want money. You could have asked for anything, but still.
Yeah. You'll drive forever.
Oh yeah, I love when he's excited too.
Yeah.
He portrays resentment way better than any other Calypso.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
He is seething at that cop the entire fucking time. It's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, Calypso very base sometimes.
I am bound to respect your decision.
I do appreciate that, like, he calls it a contest. It's not like a, you know, it's not a competition, really. It's a contest. There's a difference.
It's either a contest or a tournament, or, turns out the freeway is way harder.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Right to the opening, TM2 in LA is still on fire, people dying. Wasn't the tournament a whole year ago? Yeah, somebody pointed that out. It's like they haven't even put out the fires. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Maybe Calypso's like, I'm going to be doing a test run beginning in December. Make sure everything's right. And also, yeah, the thing with the LA being in ruins, that gives Thumper probably one of the most fucked up endings in 2. Because he goes from wanting to save his neighborhood in 1 to being like, I want to rule the world now. And Calypso's like, alright, you're the ruler of the world, but everybody's dead, so you're just rolling over like a mountain of corpses now. Have fun. It's like, alright, damn.
I kind of appreciate that, like, Mr. Grimm didn't have a scythe until head on, but like.
Well, he had it in this game too.
Oh, he did have it in this game. Oh, see, I'm feeding lies online. Me when I tell lies on the internet.
Well, I don't blame you. It's just like it took until him not actually being the Grim Reaper to get the Grim Reaper scythe for some reason. So. Yeah, Thumper's just screaming during that entire ending too. It's just like, it's extremely morbid.
When you go to 4 and it's like Captain Grimm and it's like type of car, it says pirate ship car.
Oh yeah, Microblast just has toy car.
It's not a pirate ship. It's not a boat. It's a pirate ship car. They're very specific about this.
God damn.
Under driver demeanor, it says evil. Which really, granted, is a lot of this cast, but I imagine that it's important that they have that designation.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like, why is Goggle Eyes evil? He just wants to kill all the bugs. It's like, think about what that's going to do to the environment.
Yeah, like as much as I'm happy that it's fall now and all of the bugs are in hell where they belong, it's
it's also like he's testing pesticide on humans. He is not a good man.
that part is not great.
Also, there's it's funny because a lot of the driver names sound like the car names. Like the whole joke, quote unquote, about with Drag Queen. It's like I don't even think that's the name of her car.
Huh.
Even though that's her name is the whole joke of the character, but it's just like, isn't it just modified Hot Rod or something?
Hot Rodder, yeah.
Yeah, Hot Rodder, yeah.
His to quote the instruction manual, his funny car sports dual flamethrowers.
it's a hoot.
Funny car.
It's a hoot. It kills at the comedy club.
Dennis Petunia Flanders. Stage name Miss Petunia. You know. I didn't know this, but I guess that Petunia is also in the TV show.
Yes.
And now I have to live with that information going into the show when I eventually do watch it. So now I have that anxiety that we all get in these instances.
Well, she's portrayed much better in that show, from what I heard.
Oh, thank fucking God.
And also, she's kind of barely in it, so she's just kind of like a nod.
I just the very real sigh of relief that you just
yeah.
Jeez,
it was made in 2023. I think they knew better than that.
I would hope so for a even for a show on Peacock, I guess. Like there's apparently there was some show that I think did not like the reviews called it unwatchable. There was going to be like a Toxic Avenger thing that they were going to put on there, and then they were like, we can't actually show this to people. Like,
oh, Mr. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, you're fine. That was the end.
Oh. Mr. Slam gets the short end of the stick in that show. Yeah, because it's not like Simon Whittleman or anything. It's just a random bar dude that's like, I can smash watermelons with my dog. That's my whole character, Mr. Slam. It's like, all right, cool.
Hey, sure, thanks, bud.
Pizza Boy's in the show as well. And he looks almost exactly the same, which is really weird.
That owns.
Yeah.
I'll get to it. I hope that Mr. Grimm is there.
I think he's gonna be in season 2, from what I heard. I want.
I'm shocked that's getting multiple seasons. That's something.
Yeah, like people really liked it, so they were like, "Oh, okay, people like it. Let's make more." So, I want more of the 989 weirders in there. Like, I want Club Kid back.
Yeah, like you could do some like. Did you watch any of Ash vs. Evil Dead by any chance?
Oh, I did not. I think I meant to, and then I completely forgot.
That is a great show. I kind of want that sort of like tone if they're gonna keep making that, because I think that would work really well in a I mean you've clearly seen Evil Dead. It just the certain variety of cheese, the balance of cheese with like dark shit, like that really works really well when again you don't have someone like Jaffe, I think, trying to hammer it home a little too much. Like,
yeah.
Doth protest.
And for those that play this game a lot, is there like a movie viewer? Because I have an idea.
That's a great point. I should.
The deepest cut in the show was Pit Viper. Yeah, she was in there, and she looked really fucking cool. She had like green eyeshadow and everything. It was awesome.
I'm looking this up.
Also, Flower Power and Twister from 2 are a lesbian couple now, so there's also that. Yeah.
Holy shit, Pit Viper! I am available to hang out.
That was my reaction too. Yeah.
I am available. I'm looking at the Damn. Can I be her when I grow up? Like, holy.
I mean, hell, if they make a new Twist of Metal, yeah.
Yes, the Ridgepoint Center.
If you're, Desmar, if you're accepting live action portraits for your fan game, I think I know a Pit Viper you could use. Because after like finding out that a lot of Twisted Metal 3 portraits are based off of random celebrities and like staff members, it's like, damn, I want to do something like that now.
Yeah, there's like people joked about that that Galloping Ghost game. Oh God, what was it called? Dark Presence.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I would love to do some shit like that. That would rule, and it is dope, and it owns, and someone to do it. And people ask all the time, like, oh, they don't make digitized games anymore, and it's like, well, that's because one, it's hard to do.
Yeah, I still can't find filming space, so.
Yeah, like I have a whole ass green screen, and I don't know what to do with it.
Once I start coding for that game, maybe you can set some footage, but other than that, like...
Yeah.
I just cannot film myself because there's just no space anywhere. And that's kind of the main hang-up of it.
Gotta do that ooh. Gotta do that thing in, like, where, like, you build a shed.
Or just do it Naughty Dog did, just to rent a hotel or something.
Oh, yeah.
Pit Viper's in my list of characters if I can find a reason I'll add. That's fair. I'd like to also see Prime Evil just come back, like, somewhere. Because that would be the deepest cut they could do. I imagine if Prime Evil shows up in Season 2 of the TV show, my head would explode. Oh, God.
This Harbor City thing seems weird, too. Like, they had a scrapped sequel, I guess, but, like, since this one wasn't... since this one was a non-canon Dream thing, it's like, how do you... Is the sequel or follow-up just more Dream? Like, I don't know how that works.
It's part 2 of Sweet Tooth's fanfic.
Yeah. His AO3 account.
Yeah, it didn't occur to me this is Sweet Tooth's fanfic I'm playing. That's... Yeah, that's just... I keep thinking that's the guy from Head On.
The wildly unfitting theme while this person is riding like a scooter around is cracking me up.
You're doing the factions too. Yeah, it's kind of... The new game did kind of miss out not having a faction of just actual demons, because I feel like there's a lot you can do there. So, well, we got Minion, we got Prime Evil, I guess have Calypso.
Oh, did this game have net play?
It did, yeah. In fact,
shit. I'm reading like this got like an award, I guess, and then like because it was this SOCOM, like PS2 net play is so weird to think about because just I keep forgetting that existed.
Yeah, it's apparently it's still getting played today. I found for the record, which is why I have a high opinion of this community. I think the second trans Twisted Metal player I've run into.
Hey.
I think she runs like the main like Twisted Metal Black Online room or something.
Well, that rules.
That didn't though. Minion, Black, Sweet Tooth, and Mr. Grimm. That's pretty good lineup. Alright, we'll try. I think this is my last credit. I think.
Reception. Playboy gave it 90% and called it fun for the whole family. Playboy had video game reviews?
I guess it did have a game.
It's okay.
I gotta find that one Giant Bomb video where they looked at like the demo preview of like that Playboy Sims game.
Oh God!
Because I never have stopped thinking of that clip where they're showing Hugh Hefner and he has this face of like, what are you showing me? What is this? Wait, you had that? Oh my God, that'd be a funny thing to.
I can't deal with the mental image of Hugh Hefner gaming. That's a bridge too far. Like it's one thing to like there's that Orson Welles clip where he's like gaming. The committee has asked me to tell you about gaming.
Whoa! What the hell was that?
Jesus Christ!
What was that harsh noise sample that just played?
Someone got stuck in something. The quantum superposition, maybe. Whoa.
But that'd be a really funny, just fuck around stream thing of like, what if a funny character ended up in the Playboy Sims game? You threw a party, you can go to the jukebox and select tracks stored in your Xbox memory. That's way too cool of a function for that game.
Yeah, that's like them overextending a bit.
Somebody on staff figured out that was a thing they could do. They were like, well, yeah. God, these health pickups are miserable. I didn't get past the first stage at the point and click, and I'm struggling to get past level 2. This is a Playboy Buddies Limp Bizkit starts playing. Yeah, put Fred Durst in the fucking Playboy Sims game.
That's the person. If you have to put someone on the box, it's probably Fred Durst, I think.
Well, I think Fred Durst is also, it makes too much sense for that game. We need to put Orson Welles in that game.
Both of them should drive the same car. They're like a duo.
Yeah. I mend the turrets as I find the driving taste a bit too distasteful for a demolition derby.
Yeah. And then Orson Welles says all that, and Fred is like, yeah!
Orson is just like half asleep because he just took like cough medicine, and he's like, really, I only entered in here for a chance to kill Woody Allen.
I despise that man. I'm going to kill him with homing missiles.
Got it, Foley, right? I'm still getting used to the mechanics, which is why I just wasted that machine gun upgrade. Because this is the second time I've ever played this game. I played the like Lost sequel, but which is
wait, you played? Was that like? Did that come out on like a not a leak so much, but like did that get archived somewhere? We need the Internet Archive back so bad.
Yeah, true. Now they had for Head On, like Twisted Metal Lost is basically like they grabbed what was finished of Harbor City and just kind of made a like quick sequel to this game out of it. Basically the same roster, different levels. There's a couple of new characters like Severed Sam, who was a headless track racer man. And Goldtooth. They thought that was a good idea. Right, why don't we make Super Sweet Tooth? I'm like, cool, you did that like 4 times before.
Okay, so what is... And I know I'm gonna get maybe... I don't know what Twisted Metal Crush is.
Me neither, that doesn't sound familiar.
Is that just... Oh, wait, you know what? I'm reading this wrong. This is just a... I'm looking into this. looking into this.
Have any special move energy? Oh, come on. You know what I did this weekend? I played a toy. I'm supposed to be evil and menacing. But clearly...
Oh, you know what it was? It was the... Sorry. Twisted Metal... The Crush in quotes. I was watching the launch trailer for the PS3 one from like... 12 from 2012. They had one that was just like... That was a weird game.
It was, yeah.
I
have 2 friends that love that game to death, and everybody else I know hates it. It kind of just felt like it was AEW Fight Forever again, where like there was a good game in there, but the support for it was just like they dropped it and we're like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
I love that there's the zoomy missile. I can't take the word zoomy seriously now that I know it's just a universal thing with animals where they just get a burst of energy and they just start running around.
And or that is applicable also to puppy girls. So that's
yeah, I've seen that firsthand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that clip where it was just like, it was just like, like, did you know that bears also get zoomies? And they posted evidence, and I'm like, man.
I've only seen I've seen a ring cam footage of like there was a bear one time around a historic downtown place I used to live, which was like a Craigslist place I should not have been renting. There was ring footage of a bear just like literally zooming past the camera at night. I'm like, I'm just never gonna go outside again.
Who we playing as? I'm playing as Shadow. Also, that Easter egg, if it's the other Shadow special, I'm purposely not doing it. Because, okay, no. You're not talking about the, the Calypso's trophy room. Yeah. Which is another Harold the Wacky Lunch Sacker cameo.
Is the second special as bad as the thing we had to skip, or is it like worse than that?
So it's the same special where she comes out, but it's longer, and also she's basically naked for some reason.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what?
And I'm only hoping, because with all the, inconsistencies with the models and the in-game stories and whatever, that they did not know her age. I'm praying that was the thing.
Yeah, that who do we blame for this?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's hard to find names. Like we know names of who I mean, I don't remember the name, but there was somebody that I forget what Capcom dev basically pointed out who was responsible with the for the roll sprites in the Marvel games.
Yeah.
I wish I could name names, but I forgot about that. She's supposed to be in her underwear during that. It's just... well, she ain't anymore. Sorry, Raven. I'm terrible at this game.
This game's fucking hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to people who just never stopped playing it, because it seems as like we said, ambitious enough that there's probably a very high ceiling here.
Yeah. Like,
it reminds me of when I tried to go back to Wipeout a while back, and I did not understand for the life of me. I'm like, how the fuck are people air braking like this? what is happening?
So we do have a movie viewer. I just gotta download a. Oh, hey there. And yeah, the Raven thing. Do this like 12 times to get Minion. Yeah, that's. God damn.
Oh my god. 12. You want 120%
of that.
of that. That is a heavy ask that you're asking. That's a lot. I don't know.
I'm downloading the wait, how's this work again? Is it the Max Drive save?
Oh, hey, Orpal. Sorry, I just now reopened my window. I have to close this window about a thing regarding Bloober Team that I don't really want to read, but I only kind of wanted to read it because they're like, well, we don't want to make shitty games anymore, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, the Silent Hill 2 remake seemed pretty alright. I like how they did. I like how they did Eddie.
I will probably never play it, but I think, like I said on this guy, I think old games benefit from, on some level, you benefit from what you can do without having perfect textures where you can see every wrinkle. Like the fog in that thing, and the is like kind of contributes to the character having a bit of a hazy memory, and not there's benefits to how you can use the hardware to your advantage. Like we just saw with Twisted Metal, like that lightning flash shit is really cool looking.
Yeah.
You know, there's a vibe there.
I mostly just like what they did with Eddie, because, you know, from what I've seen in fiction, I always get really nervous whenever there's a fat person in anything, even for a remaster of a previously established work. It's like, are they going to make him dopey now?
The thing
Thankfully,
that
they did not.
Me, that I think you pointed out, I hesitate to even, I don't know if I should even say it. Like the thing with Angela, right? it's like if you mess up the thing that messed me up when I first encountered it, the for me it's always like this scene. Like if you fuck that up, I can't trust you anymore.
Well, they didn't do it. It was just people, like, weirdos online looking at her model in the new game. It's like, we gotta pretty this up.
I'm like, that's not necessary at all. Like, that is like, kind of anathema that someone would, like, mess with that. I can't deal with that. That, ugh. Sorry. I'm just...
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
The PS2 vibe got me rambling.
I love this menu theme, by the way.
Yeah,
just
this
Wait, can I... Oh, okay, I guess... That took everything from me. Also, all this music is stock music, I found. It has a bit of a Dr. Weird Palace theme to it.
Yeah. Behold.
Behold this guy! So this is what Billy Ray looks like. Like, that's not the guy that we saw in the menu at all.
Like I said, Tumblr would thirst over Billy Ray.
All things considered, not really that bad.
Oh.
Just my head going to mush.
Going to mush.
Then, one day, I had a visitor.
Let me guess.
Everything changed. He said his name.
That's Calypso now. I still.
Some kind of contest.
I.
He was looking for people like me to be a part of it. He told
I get why they did that.
Thing my heart desired.
Who do we play through that I missed? I only played as Raven, and I did very badly.
Scientist, but I know opportunity when I see it. That pilot had taken a piece of my life and twisted it all around.
He said
I refused to choose revenge.
How can? Oh yeah, how can I refuse? Is kind of the arc words for this.
And yet no one refuses.
So we blew up Minion in that scene.
Take that.
That's a happy 8.
When I passed out in my truck, I dreamed about the farm.
Out of context, yeah.
I know that was unintentionally. Corn.
So well. We was 2 weeks from harvest. I was checking out the crop when I heard this noise up in the air.
So there's a lot of scientific questions I have about this.
Oh no.
I didn't know what was happening first.
So crop chemicals I don't think can disfigure you? Like,
well,
real quick.
I assume with enough DDT.
I must have been out for hours.
Like maybe severe burns, yeah, but
God, what had happened to me?
Not that.
Smoking that shit that makes
my first
you.
thought was to get home to Annie. She was real smart. She'd figure out what to do.
I mean, all that really happened was that he lost his eyebrows and his nose got pushed in. Like, it could have gone so much worse for him.
I heard them laughing, talking about how they'd go the next week, try to collect the life insurance. Everything.
The laugh insurance.
Oh.
Yeah.
My heart. I remember grabbing for the closest thing I could find.
Yeah.
I'd hunt that pilot down.
So yeah, the pilot ran away. He's like, "Yeah, you're dealing with this," and that doesn't go very well.
God damn, dude. Like.
Yeah. 3,
Billy.
4, 5, 6,
Billy.
7.
Billy, buddy.
For well over an hour.
He was doing that for an hour. How does your arm not fall off?
Life turned me into a freak. When I I win this contest, he's
I think the freak part came in when you beat somebody to death for an hour straight. I mean... Anyway. Yeah, he has, like... Yeah, he's definitely would show up unauthorized on a thrash metal cover, but he's in, like, monochrome. Did the game just crash?
Oh,
wait, there we go, okay.
Had to load. Oh!
Yeah, that's Warhawk.
I'd won the contest, and now
I did it.
it was my turn to collect. I went to see Calypso, and just as promised, he delivered the goods.
You're goggle eyes now.
Give me the revenge I was craving. When we went back to the farm, Calypso said he had a little surprise for me.
I love that reading so much.
Oh, it's him.
Somehow he'd done it.
Pay close attention to the pilot when it zooms out, by the way.
Kill Annie.
Annie.
Son of a bitch even brought his plane with him.
You know.
I had to do to get my prize was slip aboard.
He just fast forwarded that shit.
It was a one-way ticket to my
Not the-
heart's desire.
Not the song.
The song that apparently is in a Fallout game or something.
It was right time he learned how it felt. Maybe the
Face.
second time I killed someone, but it felt so damn good.
So yeah, it feeds into my canon that they don't die when the cars explode. He said that was the second time he ever killed somebody.
So I done gave up farming and moved into the city.
I think a good lawyer could argue that the attempts in manslaughter with the gas has caused temporary insanity. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I think Saul Goodman could argue that.
Surprised the chains don't get caught up in the propel. That's a... that's a good... So how did... So we have to go through the prologue and the middle and the epilogue? Is that...
There's something very, like, ill-bleed about these posters.
Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah, for the Raven bit, I guess we'll just fast forward
tonight,
through it. I don't know.
tonight you will be the killer. Killer man.
Work in mysterious ways.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he's got the Estes Perkle voice.
Oh, jeez.
And I want you to think about worms in hell.
The soothsayer.
In my years alone in that dark place, I would often hear
A second
voice
plane hits the window.
Every patient keeps getting hit with a plane.
Truly, I believe there would be no escape from the demon inside me.
The demon.
I wasn't even a
I know how all these end, but the way this one ends, I'm just bracing for it. Like, it's really bad.
One day, I was given a chance for salvation.
Preach is also on my list of will if I can. He does have a sweet get-up, I'll give him that. He's very Helsing that way.
I was just gonna say he's got Anderson Anderson vibe with the two, you know, it's the glasses.
I mean, there's also in the 2012 game, his glasses are now red and he's got like long white hair, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he's just
You
going
could have
full
some,
Helsing now.
Yeah, some Trigun in there.
I accept the offer willingly.
The manga priest, not the movie. The movie is, oh god, that movie's bad.
That would be opened unto me.
Opened on to me. Yeah, it's like this game is simultaneously of its time, but also has aged pretty well. Like, it's just a unique piece of art in a weird way.
My minion.
When a man is lost in darkness, it is wondrous indeed how his mind will find shelter in memories of the past.
Like that one time I had a popsicle and it was really good.
I had been approached by a young couple who brought
Also, don't mind the fact that's just Billy Ray and his wife. They just didn't have
That's
time
the
to.
same.
Yeah, they
they
didn't have time to change the models.
an exorcism.
Baby bottle pop. Baby bottle pop.
The baby shooting lasers into his eyes is so good.
I hate when that happens. My mind.
All I could do was cry out inside as I tore that church apart.
Yo!
I went beast mode.
Killing everyone in the church. Countless millions of years, it had been hounded by the warriors of God. And now...
So yeah, they cut out the scene where he dunks the baby underneath, which is an understandable omission.
I don't know. I kind of wanted to see him like NBA Jam the baby model.
Yeah, if he like did a
shakalaka.
Yeah, if he did a 3-point dunk into the tub, sure.
Yeah, NBA Showtime. Like, the Lord. Oh shit, my car's on fire.
Has there always been
something about that?
Has there always been a man impaled in front of my car? Bye-bye, Warhawk.
The contest was mercifully at an end. I had triumphed.
Fred dunking on Spider-Man meme, but it's Preacher dunking on Billy Ray with a baby.
Every time they cut back to his face, he just looks nonplussed.
I made no promise to clear your name, he said. I only promised to show you the truth.
I think that Calypso is just like, he feels a bit hesitant to tell him the truth, which I find interesting.
The voice inside me was a figment of my imagination. My
Yeah,
God.
I mean...
In my mind, the exorcism? It wasn't an exorcism at all. It was simply a baptism.
That baby wasn't even all.
Church, and I was the angel of death.
Yeah, the My God sample gets around.
Indeed, but not by God, but by Calypso. He was right. I was, as they say, insane. My whole life.
Did they say what his name is?
That's not how you spell grizzly.
Yeah, he turned into a bear. Also, Easter egg, I think there's a clown poster there.
Hold on, if he staple gunned the one hand there, how did he...
I'm not sure.
Did he like use his foot with the same staple gun to...
I'm not
What?
sure. That kind of threw me off now that you pointed that out, and now the last moment of that didn't really fuck with me as much.
Yeah, like, well, maybe God, I don't know. Maybe Calypso did. Maybe the staple gun was haunted. Who knows? The world of Twisted Metal Black is...
You'd have to set up some sort of Home Alone to pulley system to do that. Yeah,
It is a dream logic world, I guess. So maybe, again, just, floating staple gun, stapled the other hand to the wall. That was a lot to consider.
I just remember the first time I saw that last bit where the music stops and he falls off the building and it just cuts and you just hear him crashing into a car. It's like, that deeply fucked with me when I first saw it.
In the sense that, I mean, that happens in the game, though, and people just get back up. I mean, he's probably fine.
Yeah. Darby Allin mode! So this is one of many Agent Stone's looks. He doesn't really look like this in the cutscenes either. So when it comes to this game's voice casting, the takeaway is I hope you like J.S. Gilbert.
See, God only has time for those who deserve his mercy.
I saw your ad on Craigslist.
Why did they let you keep the helmet and body gear on in the...
I mean, the Sweet Tooth twist really does make a lot of sense because it makes the logical fallacies just like, oh yeah, he wouldn't really think too hard about that.
It's awesome. Yeah, like, does Sweet Tooth think that Calypso looks like this?
There's a thing going around where...
My bear.
You knew. How could he have known?
I know things. There's a theory that Calypso is just Sweet Tooth.
I get a chance to undo the big mistake that was eating at my soul. Redemption.
Also, this is J.S. Gilbert.
Why does he have a bandolier of gas grenades while he's in the asylum?
Needle's like, it would be really funny. This story is also a lot. Because of the twist of wait, sorry.
Nah, I was making a joke.
Drifted away.
Because in the Twisted Metal universe, since it's sci-fi, the cops are usually actually sympathetic.
Days before, I began to remember. It happened a couple of years back. We were out across from the North Side apartments. There'd been reports of terrorist activity in the building.
Again, I just want to point out the both the arts we saw are not this guy.
Had set up shop inside. We were sent there to take them out. These guys were real psychos, desperate as hell, holed up like rats in a cage.
They're the beta metals from Fight Club PS2.
They were sickos.png.
I dealt with a lot of dirtbags before, but for some reason, this was different. All these years trying to make a difference, and for what? So that we could arrest these scum suckers and watch them walk free the same afternoon? My rage got the better.
That's a pretty fast.
My rage.
It's a pretty fast-working jury system. Aren't these guys the gang from the John Doe story? I think they are. Yeah.
But not before I made the biggest mistake of my life. I'd let my emotions cloud my judgment. It cost me, but it cost someone else even more.
Oh, they actually do show it. Okay.
God, what had I done?
They show it at length too. Maybe cut away.
And it was all my fault.
I would like to point out
There was only
that.
one way out.
What the fuck? Okay.
The tier physics of that really threw me
I was
off.
going to have to live with it for the rest of my life, and nothing I could do would ever take away the pain.
I was gonna say they show more of the bear than anything.
Yeah.
Like he really killed the shit out of that bear. I don't know.
Well, I killed the kid too. Shit, this day isn't going well
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, but just he like has the bear just embedded in his memory.
I won the
Just-
contest. Now it was time to see if
He went gamer mode, sad face.
yeah. Just MLG no scoped that fucking.
really have the power to give me a second chance. He asked if I really wanted a second chance, if I understood the risks. But I wasn't going to screw up twice. This time, it was
That's a weird consistency with Calypso. It's like when people want to go back and change the past, he's like, "Are you really sure? Like, maybe think about it a little bit."
I'm gonna go back and unshoot everyone.
contain my anger. I had to focus.
I had to lock
Little
in.
girl was going to be safe. It was my sworn duty both to her and to myself.
He's drawing a weapon. All units open fire. Open fire. Shoot to kill.
Well, I would ask to be taken back in the time where they're coming into the building. I'm just like,
Terrorist is down.
You know,
Terrorist is down. Great shooting, Agent. Second team, move it.
why wouldn't he just
Wasn't over. Not
why wouldn't he
until I
just not be a SWAT guy?
That's true. Yeah.
They were
If
shaking
he
my
really
mind. Calypso had done it. I never thought it could be
All
like.
units. Target is knocked down. Target is still hot.
Yeah. So somehow that happened.
well, never mind
I
then.
was so close to making it right.
Agent. Agent Stone, report in.
Yeah. So that's not great.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get better. Yeah, he'll respawn.
Yeah, the guy who shot him had the Calypso eye scar. So
Yeah, that's
that's our boy.
I'm care him.
This art goes so hard, to be honest.
Like I kind of want a poster of this.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't talk about the Lost bios also, since they're, I guess, follow-ups. Billy Ray's was that he wanted to be a better serial killer than Sweet Tooth, but he didn't really do anything since he said that. The Preacher was rejected by both heaven and hell, so he's now just a revenant.
Yeah, purgatory man.
Agent Stone got really fucked up. He's basically in a groundhog loop where he just gets shot in the head every night, which really sucks.
Hey, when that happens.
And Mr. Grimm will get to his when we get to this. So I went back and killed myself before I had the. Hold on, I went back and killed myself before I had the chance to kill those people. But if I never kill those people, I never need to go back and stop me. If I go back to stop me, does anyone smell burnt toast?
It's very it's like Ashton Kutcher butterfly effect shit. Like,
Yeah.
After so much time and
Grimmy.
I love this voice.
Yeah. It does sound like a Vietnam vet.
But in my heart, I always knew there was no cure for what happened to me. But I kept on hoping. I knew if I waited long enough, I'd get revenge against the man who destroyed my mind.
I'm gonna join Slipknot.
And eat eyes in front of him.
But I could only wait so long. Every day, the visions got worse. Soon I wouldn't be able to tell reality from my nightmares. But then, my life changed. Calypso.
It's supposed to be like Nom or just nondescript generic conflict. It would actually make a lot of sense if it was the latter, but I think he explicitly says Nom at one point.
First prize meant getting even with the man.
It's the imaginary Nom that is distinctly made up. It's
Needles looked it up on
Seems
Wikipedia
like-
once.
yeah. Sweet Tooth watched the History Channel one time and whatever,
What if one of them was a cannibal?
yeah.
What was that jump scare of him just standing there? Or sitting there,
I
yeah.
hadn't thought about the war in years. All the drugs and therapy in the world could never get me to talk about what I went through. But when I passed out, I couldn't escape it. The past came rushing
Rye
back.
balls bread. The craftsmanship on that skull, yeah, that... Just picturing Needles passed out with drunk history on.
I was back in Nam.
Yeah, back in Nam, yeah.
Oh, you got me.
It was just me. All
Now, it's funny because we were talking about the Twisted Metal 3 portraits. Apparently, Warthog in that game is supposed to be a John C. McGinley from Platoon, so...
Blam. Really took his time on that one.
Yeah.
They put us into some stinking hole, 25 feet.
I don't need no stinking hole.
Smelled like hell down there.
Seems like forever I was screaming.
really
for someone to
stinky.
Come and help him.
This other guy's farting a lot down here. So.
The guy was an advisor to the
Yes, that face got a...
Extremely good face.
starvation.
Is that also
And he was
Calypso?
on his last
It
leg.
might as well be. I don't think it is, but
Every story beat is like, and then some guy showed up.
I will say I should have been pausing when I make a point to start with, but for some reason the beta was like, oh, he was a Russian advisor to the Vietnamese, and for some reason they took the Russian part out in the final product, and I don't know why.
Was to eat. He gave me a knife and started laughing.
Oh,
I wanted
The least he could have done was give me a hot plate.
I tried to block out
oh,
Yeah, this stock music apparently was composed by one of the former guitarists of Genesis, which is wild.
that's wow.
He died 2 days later. I couldn't look at him. I didn't even want to think about it.
Yeah, there are some bits of this game where I can't.
Is the thing here that he's supposed to be wearing his skull? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
didn't really catch that at first.
Also, just the shadow cut made that, like...
There we go.
And twists
I
to deal with the horrors of life.
Oh yeah, that quote.
My mind bent so much it snapped in two.
Stop.
Okay, they didn't need that. We get it, man.
Like,
There are some bits in this game where it's just like, yeah, no, it speaks for itself. But
after that, they shipped
Um,
me back to the States and put me
I like the touch where the only time you see him eating him is in shadow, because I feel like it wouldn't work as well if they just showed us.
made Benny die.
I don't think that he needed to be a Rambo and also a Ghost Rider. I think he was fine as just a Ghost Rider. But I guess they were like, nah, what if he was Ghost Rider Rambo, and that just
Battle was
feels
over.
Ghost Rider
like a
Rambo.
lot.
Ghost Rider Rambo Kusaregano.
Turns
Yeah,
out
he-
he's a man of his word.
him also being a Punisher war journal is.
After all these years, the advisor looked exactly the same.
Oh, it's him.
He didn't know who I was, but I recognized him.
Because he didn't age for 30 years.
Face in
I
my
was also
nightmares
wearing a
was
skull
clear.
face.
The theme song.
Oh.
More special prize for me. Dinner for one.
Okay. Okay, man.
Years is a long time to be locked away. You get kind of tired of asylum food.
Well, yeah, they were serving you like ears and stuff.
Did he need to be a cannibal?
As much as I hated to admit it, over the years,
Yeah, like that's a bit edgy as well.
special.
It's just yeah, like he was fine having a skull face and needing souls, but like,
Human flesh.
it's just... all right.
I mean, I
David.
guess the situation that he was put in, you know, is as fucked up as to say. I'm sure that is stuff like that has happened, you know.
Yeah,
but
the sheer like yeah, and it's a grim thing to do, but it's like, you know, I think we're hitting diminishing returns on the edge is what I'm saying.
yeah, like I feel like the twist where it's like, oh, he likes eating people. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
It's like, okay, well, I mean, it wasn't enough to just be a cool skull man. Okay. Just-
Nice. Yeah, that's the theme song for 90s Spider-Man cartoon was done by Joe Perry. Yeah, it kind of reminds me, who was the dude that did the same for Freddy Freaker? Because he was a...
That's a good question.
Stan Bush? Was that his name? Yeah, Stan Bush, who was the singer for The Touch. I'll look into that later.
I found out through... This was a strange way to find out that you can get a Freddy Freaker plushie.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, you know, that's the first thing that comes up for me when I search Freddy Freaker.
Also, wait, so Mr. Grimm doesn't even get a headline. John Doe just gets he was the best.
He was the best. He was. Past tense.
Also, the, if you want Edge, Grimm's bio in Lost certainly dialed it up. Basically, it was just like, nah, he fully has lost it, thinks he's the Grim Reaper now. He eats people Let's try again. Eats people regularly, and talks to the skull like he's his friend. So
Regularly is wild because we're just, you know... we don't get the impression over those series of endings that it's just like his thing, but I guess it's his thing, so...
he liked how it tasted, and he didn't want to admit it, and then, well, that's it. Anyway, on to John Doe.
The doctors said it was some kind of amnesia. No one could
This
figure out
guy.
who I was or where I came from.
Why is the theme just playing?
There were some days I wondered if I actually existed at all.
Also, sorry, allergies for any,
you're fine.
yeah.
Tattoos.
I too am allergic to Edge. It's...
And from the looks of them, you'd think I was a nasty piece of work.
Okay, that's... Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Then,
He was the best 1973.
a waltzes in through my door. The guy's name was Calypso. He ran this contest. He tells me...
How could I refuse?
I tell him to get lost before I break his freaking neck.
Wow.
He shows me this picture. Me, in a suit, all nice and neat, like I was actually someone important. He said there was...
He looks majorly familiar with hair.
All I had to do was win his contest.
It's like Richard from Metal Wolf Chaos.
To get the answers I needed. Let's face it. Who wants to spend the rest of their life as a nobody?
That has perks.
I'd rather be a nobody than the thing that John Doe is clearly leaning into here.
I must have been out for hours.
Well, thankfully, he's not actually what he looks like.
He's not, yeah, I mean, in terms of the image, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Edge Flanays for the autumn sniffles and grim dark congestion.
Random beatings, robbery, we were nobody.
So I think Apocalypse 9 was kind of retooled into these guys.
The bomb
Feels like it, yeah.
freaking
Oh, the bomb. Freaking huge bomb.
Yeah, I think that's somebody else's stream alert too. It's just
They-
freaking huge.
They blew up the CDC?
Who knew what
Yeah, like what?
diseases would spread across the world?
Okay.
Glorious, instant extinction.
Wait, we know who started
Why?
2020 now.
Why are they hanging out around them?
We were feared.
Oh, these guys suck.
Yeah.
The memories.
I miss the Apocalypse 9 guys, actually,
I
now.
like the man I'm turning out.
Apocalypse 9 guys are just funny.
Yeah.
Like, they just want to start shit. These guys are like, we want to cause, like, a triple pandemic for no reason. Man, Warhawk just keeps falling.
Warhawk is not having a great time.
Time for the truth. I went to see Calypso.
There are some good faces in this ending.
Extremely.
He did.
It's the...
Jesus. I was FBI. I'd been deep undercover for the last year trying to bust a doomsday cult in Midtown.
That
Calypso
hair
said
is
I was a
definitely
hero.
fed
That night I
hair.
watched
That's
the
like a dead giveaway.
I
Yeah.
had to get that bomb as far away as I could, but there just wasn't time. So I couldn't get the way out.
There's no time.
Explosive!
The explosion knocked me
Explosive.
Ow, that really...
out. I remember.
Yeah, these faces.
Why is he?
Tier 1 undercover agent standing in front of
Extremely
number
good
2
face.
on the FBI's 10
So is that-
list.
Oh no.
A dead man. Calypso thanked me for being such a great contestant. Then he said goodbye. I remember now. I have a family.
It's a hell of a line to say right before he gets shot to death. God
Also
damn.
feels a little like I don't know. That felt a little cheap. Calypso.
Yeah.
Calypso is usually like at least subtle enough to not just pull out a gun and fucking shoot you.
Not the first time he did that, weirdly enough.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's like usually you engineer your own demise in like a Wishmaster way, but like that one, Calypso just kind of gave up. He's like, ah, whatever.
Now, in the Spectre ending in 1, he gave up. At least he has a bit of reason for this, because he did
Yeah.
point out that Calypso was on the top 10 FBI wanted list, so he's just like, hey, so now that I know you're FBI, bye-bye.
Yeah, gotta go.
You've won. Here's your pass. BT Dub's gonna kill you now. Our boy.
When the lights are low in this place,
Second J.S. Gilbert role here.
I was not expecting that. Okay.
He is Italian.
listening to
Can
the
you
screams
tell?
that come from every direction.
It makes sense, like, yeah.
A PlayStation
Must have been
2.
years I was left alone in that darkness.
Hey, motherfucker, where's my fucking
Like
face?
I do, it's probably for the best.
I come equipped with a scare cord.
Yeah,
My
it's
life was
diegetic.
over, but the man who did this to me, to my face, he was still out there.
Somehow.
I appreciate that he's like good guy Slenderman a little.
Yeah.
He ran this freak show contest he wanted me to be a part of.
Like, basically the barometer of, like, are you a good guy in Twisted Metal Black is, like, would they do anything to us? And I don't think No Face would have any umbrage with us at all.
Yeah, so sometimes it depends, like a Sweet Tooth or a Dollface, and sometimes it's like, you know, the opposite spectrum of that.
Well, Sweet Tooth would just see us and be like, these are all live people, I need to fix that.
I should actually make like a tier maker of like who could you hang out with in Twisted Metal.
No Face is S+.
Yes, absolutely.
About what happened to me.
We didn't finish the game with Raven, we'll get to her.
Yeah.
I was a boxer.
Ding
He
ding.
never heard of me.
It's Frank the
I was
Tank.
strictly small
Frank the Tank.
It's Phil the Drill.
That's Bruce Willis. That's just Bruce Willis.
This is just that one movie that's all black and white. Yeah, that's
I mean, he was a boxer in Pulp Fiction, right?
That's I guarantee David Jaffe has that like that affinity for Tarantino stuff.
Well, the funny thing is in the beta versions, I don't know if it's when it cuts to him or his opponent, they just use a picture of Robert De Niro from Raging Bull.
Also, yeah, that is...
Tonight, I went up against this hotshot fighter from out of state.
It's
I
hotshot.
never even saw him coming. I got torn to pieces before the end.
He punched off my face.
My jaw was shattered.
What I like about No Face is that he bears no ill will to the guy who beat him at all. And I like that touch a lot.
You know, he just gave him the hands. What else can you say?
Yeah, even he's just like, yeah, no, he whooped my ass. I mean, that's just what it is, you know?
Sometimes you get your face punched off. It's
now
this stock music. Oh no.
People pointed out that you could have just done his face surgery normally and just put him in massive debt.
Yeah, like you're already in life.
Did he?
You gotta do all this.
Did he have to put it in a bedpan?
15 rounds with a semi truck. The doc did a good job. I'll give him that. From what I hear, I went a little crazy. They say I busted up the hospital trying to find the guy.
FMV.
Oh yeah, what?
I tore up 6 innocent people.
I love FMV that looks like a Jacob's Ladder outtake.
I never noticed that was actual just FMV they stuck in there. That's imagine Lil Mac fighting No Face in a boxing contest.
Yeah, I love when FMV looks like that one MK Mythologies commercial.
Yeah, I mean, there's always the question of like, how is No Face being able to do any of this? And my answer is, don't worry about it. He's cool.
And true to his word, the man delivered the goods. I got my prize.
I sing now.
I had a special bonus lined up for me. It fit perfect, like we was meant to be together. I had seen fear in a man's eyes before, but this was different. This was...
Calypso's lousy this.
He knew payback was going to be brutal. It's funny, after all these years, I still got some snap in that left hook of mine. You know, that was the first time I ever knocked someone out with one punch.
This guy is so good, I swear to God. They were just like, what if we just put the most Italian boxer from New York in Twisted Metal?
That one's good. That one's the good because it has like an EC Comics tone to it. Like it's got a good payoff. That might be one of the better ones, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his boxing gloves were in there too. Bloody Mary. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. I kind of always forget she's in this game, to be honest. Calypso could have just had a random dude. Yeah, same thing for Grimm, honestly. He could have just pulled a random dude off the street. The second character so far who said he delivered the goods. Yeah, it's Marriage Joe. So the thing is with this lady, she kind of just has one character trait.
Yeah. Take a wild guess now what it is. Did you guess it yet?
That is not the same lady.
I was just a little girl. There was this boy I really liked.
I never changed out of that dress for some reason. So this model got reused in the beta endings for Dollface, weirdly enough.
I've been alone ever since, always waiting and hoping for that certain someone to come my way.
That's your story. We're pretty much done.
All my friends with their perfect boyfriends in their society weddings.
No!
Society!
When one of those bitches got hitched, I'd freak.
Those bitches and their hitches?
Imagine someone... Imagine someone with both Dollface and Bloody Mary's backstory. I don't want to.
The gentleman's name was Calypso. He said if I won his game, I'd never have to be alone again. He said
I asked
knew where I
him
could
if he would
find
marry
my
me.
true
He's
love.
like, I'm busy.
How could I refuse an offer like that? After
Oh.
all, no one as pretty as me deserves to be alone.
I mean,
It's occurred to me that she is a type of elf-felt.
oh my god. You're so right! What the?
I hate that a little.
My god, yeah.
I'm gonna marry this car.
I mean, Minion's pretty fucking ripped.
I was asleep for hours, dreaming about weddings.
Well, I mean,
What
A
else?
special wedding. I was one of the bridesmaids.
again, the good faces here.
Kristen, she was the one getting married.
That bitch, Kristen.
Can you believe what she did? She
No.
actually had the nerve to throw the bouquet to me, that little bitch.
You're just,
I was kidding.
I'm not.
you're just mad you missed. Quite contrary.
Kids, you can't even spell
I think
contrary.
that day,
Yeah.
my heart just snapped in two, and I think
Simply
I
get good
did the
hands.
same. So I grabbed the closest thing I could find, and then I wasn't really sure what I did. If I wasn't going
Well, I made a mess of a wedding cake.
one was. I dragged Kristen's fat, ugly body into one of the dressing rooms. and
Hey,
bolted
hey.
the door.
Yeah, see, it's just like...
You already killed her. You don't gotta body shame.
I
What the
realized
fuck?
I was the most beautiful bride I had ever seen.
And granted, I've only seen like two.
When I went to
I was
the
gonna say, she
house,
literally,
find me a man who thinks so too.
girl. Okay,
You don't
we gotta talk.
yeah, you don't have to do all this.
This is really fixable. This might be the most fixable character in the damn thing, cause like,
Have you considered
Quite a few sour
ladies?
grapes in town when all the
Maybe you
girls
could
Yeah.
try that.
there are so many.
I demanded
There's
my
so
price
much of a
was
spectrum.
I
you
wanted
could
to
be
full of
enjoying.
love. Calypso
Do you know how many ladies that I know of that would see this lady stabbing something and be like, "Be my wife"?
Yeah, I hate that she's in this trad wife like pocket.
Yeah. So this
Oh.
ending,
Good face.
so this ending is like, oh, this guy is my true love, but
I still can't believe what he said.
I will never love you.
My God.
Oh,
I was so close. But this wasn't my true love at all. He wasn't anything like the man I thought he was. Certainly not good enough for a girl.
So there
like
may-
me.
I think she. I
My
think
Prince
that.
Charming is out there. I know he is. And I'll find him. Even
Have
if
you
I have to
considered
go
Mr.
through
Grimm?
each and
yeah.
every one
If we're going through the suitors in the, like, I think that there's some better options here. I don't know. That was frustrating. Like
Yeah, it's just the other characters at least have kind of more characterization going on. She just kind of has the one thing.
yeah, it's just her one deal, and even when the preacher has kind of a better setup than you, I don't know how to feel about that one.
Yeah, I mean the preacher had a payoff. Like it's good. It's just every time I remember what it is, I kind of have to stop for a second. But
Yeah.
it's I forgot what else. Oh yeah. So yeah, somebody kind of had an explanation. I had to kind of go back and figure it out. But
John Doe would not. Yeah, the thing is, like, Mr. Grimm, at least they would kind of. There'd be some room to repair each other's like faults and to kind of like play off each other. But like John Doe,
he's too normal to really deal with this.
yeah. Maybe not Stone. Stone's going through some things.
Yeah. Billy Ray, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, like, I think her wish was find me my one true love, and maybe her true love was just killing people. That'd be an interesting
Yeah,
twist,
that
at
or
least.
that or shooting people with missiles in a car. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, now we're talking.
I was a bad girl one time.
The hell of
too.
For what I did for everyone.
If I ever make a highlight reel, that's immediately going in it.
I should have done what I was told. I should have been more careful.
How does the tear coming out of that?
That's why he did this to me.
Yeah, Mary's bio and loss is that she went so far off the deep end she can't even remember what she wants anymore, which is
One day, I had a visitor.
Let me guess.
his name was Bobby. How does his name Bobby keep going?
All better. He said we were gonna play a game. It was.
Would you like to play a game?
It's called Strawberries and I always win.
7 years.
I mean, he was called Billy Calypso in Small Brawl, so...
If I won the contest, I'd get the key.
I want Billy Calypso to be the Calypso in this game, and everything else is the same.
That's yeah. That's...
Yeah, so you want your memory back, huh? Billy Calypso fucking capping John. Oh yeah. In Lost, there is a whole army of John Doe clones.
And the whole time, I was having this really scary dream.
It's that music again.
Yeah.
I dreamed about my boss, Mr. Creel, working on those creepy masks he used to make.
Oh no, is it the same? Wait a minute.
After college. I didn't want to screw it up.
You're not gonna believe this.
I wanted Mr.
This is
Creel
the
to
same
like
setup
me.
as the puppet
Then,
master
This one day,
reboot.
I made a
Oh
terrible
yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
I didn't mean to upset him. I didn't mean to be so clumsy.
Now you're gonna be the dog. Like it's the same setup. Holy shit.
Maybe they played a lot of this game.
The nails crushing the mask down on my face. And to make
So yeah, the beta version of this was worse.
key. He said it would make sure the mask would never come off.
It's funny because the way she talks, I keep having to remember she said she was fresh out of college, so she's like in her 20s.
It wasn't all my fault.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. And like some people have to work through a lot to figure out that it's not her fault. That's
Shout out to her for drifting that truck though.
yeah. I just feel insanely bad for this character all the way through. I just
I won the contest, and now I was gonna be free.
Let me
I went to
guess.
see Calypso. I told him I wanted my prize.
give it.
But you know what? There's always a price to pay for something you really, really want. If I took the keys, Creel was
It's
gonna
always
die.
Yeah.
Fucking elaborate
Just
saw
nice
trap
to
of
me.
There's a visible hinge on the front, just taking an angle grind into that. Yeah, that's.
Got him.
It's funny. Now that I had the key, I didn't want it anymore. I like my new face now much better than the old one. It doesn't cry and it doesn't look scared and it'll always be pretty.
You
even
literally
when it's old and
cried
gray
to
inside.
start the story. What are you?
There's a whole lot of people
Like
in the
that,
world
I
who
wouldn't
don't
argue with her.
Creel.
Okay.
Someone has to show them that they can't do bad stuff to people like me.
Yeah. You get him, girl.
Yeah, she's kind of one of the heroes of this game, weirdly.
It's like one of two, maybe.
And both of them are the women, so you know. Speaking of,
Hey, there she is.
I
I love that they all have like band logos.
yeah, right. Yeah, and
I'm
Lost.
going to see Raven at the 9:30 club.
Yeah, she got brain disorder from the growth of her skull compressing her brain due to the mat. That's the bio. It's like every time I read it, it's like I'm gonna stop thinking about that. I just don't want to.
Not something I want in my head for that long.
Yeah. For that bad bit, we'll just fast forward through it.
But you know what the truth is?
Okay, don't look.
There are tons of kids just like me.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much over though. Jesus, okay, Twisted Metal's going outside of my house, I guess.
He ran this contest.
Also, even she looks different in the cutscenes. Her hair and lipstick is different.
So I told him I'd play his stupid game. Kelly was my best friend in the world. I would have.
She only had one picture though that I kept zooming in on.
Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get the chance.
So Jaffe did confirm that her and Kelly were a lesbian couple. So there's that.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
There's quite a few lesbian couples in Twisted Metal. Wonder why I like it so much. Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Being unconscious is like being in a pitch black room with no doors, no lights, and no way out.
I feel like you kind of stumbled over proving that point, but
Dreams began. Kelly and I were on the pier. School had just let out. We were using her tarot cards, trying to find out if this boy Kelly liked whatever.
Wow,
he
it
was
really
wearing.
is only this one picture on.
Bad.
yeah.
I guess if I ever needed proof that
Oh.
the cards actually
Oh, it's
worked,
Death 13.
that was the day I
Isn't
got
the
it.
tower like worse
They were
in
some
terms of
jerk-off
in
guys
tarot
at school.
terms?
They called us
Yeah.
One guy grabbed me, another one after Kelly. He said he'd always wanted to see if the witch
Seeing that animated really threw me off.
She can't swim. Kelly can't swim.
Kelly can't
I didn't know how
swim.
to swim either. There was nothing I could do. They didn't.
Who the hell were these guys? They were just like jocks that kept fucking with them all the time.
Shouting to me. You get them, she said. You make them pay for this. And then
I mean, what? We've all been in.
Probably via car murder.
Yeah.
5 months for this chance.
We've all been in high school. We know those two guys exist. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
yeah.
Well, maybe not anymore. I mean, not in the Twisted Metal universe. They
Oh, not after she's done with them.
all the jocks died in the Twisted Metal conflict.
They're getting revenge on homophobic bullies is morally correct. I didn't even think about that. Maybe they're
Really,
just
yeah.
homophobic. Yeah.
It was time for Kelly to get her revenge.
What?
The synth voodoo dolls.
This is what we're doing.
But then I began to see revenge this way. It's what Kelly.
Well, she's into
wanted.
occult stuff.
It's
Yeah.
What Kelly would want.
An eye for an eye, blood for blood. It was the code of the witch.
That's.
As I put the first pin
It's a code of a lot of people, really.
It was like pushing into a person, and from far away, I could have sworn I heard someone screaming. It took 2 days for the cops to find
Sounds more annoyed than anything, but yeah, it feels like these two guys got off light.
Yeah.
I mean, they did get their heads skewered eye first, so I guess there's something there. But
Wouldn't you want them to also go into the drink? I don't know.
yeah, Kelly becomes
Exchange, right? I don't.
Kelly becomes like the Loch Ness monster and kills them.
See that make for a cool car design, like a like a sea creature car with the goth girl at the wheel. Now we're talking.
That's one of the more optimistic endings, because she had one quote that kind of stuck with me, where it was like, she's like, people may come and go, but best friends are forever, and I'm like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, she becomes just a straight up vigilante hero in Lost. Raven's great. Now, here's where it starts getting really fucking weird.
Oh, gee, it was okay.
So the hidden characters are all their story stuff is unfinished. Yeah, that's the Pope Mobile. Yeah.
Oh, what a thing! What a beautiful thing this is.
Yeah, once you get to oh, we didn't even look at the profiles for these characters. Hold on, because we got them now. All right, so it starts with Yellow Jacket, who is returning from Twisted Metal 1. It took him until this game to come back.
Last year.
Wait, no, I didn't mean to.
Aren't it Zorko brothers? Good face though.
Yeah.
Faces.
That's a face of it. We really have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. That Monday coming look.
Okay, let's try this again.
Understandable.
Okay, let's hit circle this time instead of X. Somebody's hungover. Yeah, Sweet Tooth's ripped sometimes, but other times he's built like Barney from The Simpsons. It's like in the same game. Age 5 to 8.
Frequently agitated, bitch. Me too.
Yeah, it's again, the kid doesn't really come off too bad here. It's like he's autistic and he hates authority. It's like so am I.
I'm mad he doesn't get a name. That's, you know.
Yeah, Charlie Kane and son.
But also Mr. Kane was the guy who, you know, got the ability to drive forever. So that's, you know.
I guess in a really fucked up way he got it.
Yeah.
Family
no
therapy.
toys.
Yeah. With moving parts, yeah. So Axel.
Yeah.
So this face with the text severe depression.
Severe depression. Yeah.
Obsessed with the thing that gets me with him, knowing his story. It's like, oh, his wife got killed with Sweet Tooth and he wants revenge, and they straight up say he is a lost cause.
I'm unfortunately screen capping his face. Him making that picture with severe depression. Because you know what makes it? It's the shades.
yeah. Exactly.
Truly. Just me when my depression hit. Okay.
But there's just something about, like, you know, the story punctuated with he is beyond saving that legitimately kind of unsettled me in a weird way. Just there's there's just nothing.
This guy, my shades, my depression. I'm obsessed with revenge fantasies. I'm
violent. I mean, all of us are kind of violent. We're in a death card.
Do not attempt to treat.
They put sunglasses on him to just make fun of him.
I am in the tires listening to my favorite music. I have the AC on. Fear depression.
Why am I naked? Yeah, that's a good question.
Where are my shoes?
I mean, Axel always isn't wearing anything. But
it's really just this one pair of boxers, though. I don't think they like. How would they change them?
No idea. So here's Cage.
I'm not a patient.
I'm so angry about it. What was? Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the Lost profiles too for Yellow Jacket. I want to just remind everybody that this is the follow up to the storyline involving an 8-year-old. His Lost bio is that he's hunting down Sweet Tooth to kill him and then kill himself and his father to end the bloodline.
Fuck.
So yeah,
a lot of murdery. You know,
it's
a lot
like
of murdery intent.
Well, the kid is like kind of aware. It's like that's kind of just in the blood, and it's better off for the world if we're not around anymore. Which
there's a fascinating thing that like the Chucky TV show goes into to kind of try to tackle that. It's like, you know, is evil like a thing you can, you know, root out of somebody? Is it like, you know, is every version of you who's like, you know, on that path, like, you know, is there, where do you cut it off, I guess, is the thing. I just noticed the chain guns, by the way.
Yeah. It's like, all these considered, you know, remote controlling his dead father aside, this kid seems like fine. Like, I guess
unless this also answered my earlier question, where Axel's arms aren't, like, in the tires, they're just...
Yeah, not in this version.
Yeah, he's... Okay, I thought he was, like, attached in this one. He's not.
Yeah. This is just a punishment he's giving himself.
Yeah. Due to the depression, you see.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
shit.
Black, yeah.
Every Slipknot member is here. Everyone.
Yeah,
this guy.
And here he is.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's just... Every, like, the car picture, then it zooms into him, it's just like, yeah, no. No.
You know, Bull from Anarchy Reigns?
Not off hand, but let me look.
Big Bull doing the "you gonna get nailed." Like this guy feels like that to me.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's
this
just,
is the grittier version.
It's him living out his persona, and we love to see it.
Who's the mother Kane in all this? That is a good question that never gets answered.
Query, yeah, for better or worse.
So if you're wondering what Minion's story is, like his cutscenes, he doesn't have any. So
just a little guy, just to you can insert your own narrative there.
Yeah, even look at Sweet Tooth's like headlight, a tortured soul burning a path to hell. It's like, shut up, Sweet Tooth. I hate you. Mama Kane would be sick. Yeah, we need scary moms. Let's go.
My dad drove this cab. He used to take me with him sometimes.
So yeah, you may notice the budget kind of drops here.
He says my brother became really, really bad when he started driving this ice cream truck. Me and my dad,
Could that be?
We were like best friends. But one
I'm
night,
sure it won't.
there was this passenger. He had this gun. He killed my dad and then ran. I just sat there when my dad died.
Isn't that just straight up the preacher gun?
I had.
It might be.
The preacher did that. That wasn't.
Put together this controller.
He was looking at me funny. He was saying satanic words to me.
I control him now.
His dad grew a gigantic chin at some
Extremely
point.
good face, by the way. Holy shit, this face.
Yeah, that's just.
My dad is Victor from Darkstalkers now.
Pretty much, right?
When I win this game.
What if Kid Kane is like Needle's attempt at innocence? Yeah, there's kind of the theory that everybody is just kind of like Needle's, like a part of Needle's. Although I don't know what Raven could be in that case, but
some ideas.
That's him and Harold the Wacky Lunch Sack. That's.
I went to Calypso and asked for my prize. He promised that he'd make everything all better.
I'm gonna play monk stock music.
Crush this remote.
It was a trick. He destroyed my controller.
Oh
it
no!
killed my dad.
Did
I
it?
begged my dad to come back. I even tried to put the controller back together.
Calypso wearing a completely different outfit. What is going on?
He said,
"Why is he kidnapping this child?"
All better. He said he needed
There's
someone
that
to train
music
to
again.
take over his contest when he died.
What?
He said my
What?
brother would have been the perfect choice, but since I killed him, I was the next best thing. He said it was in my blood.
Yeah, so Calypso's like, well, Sweet Tooth's dead, but you're related to Sweet Tooth, so you know you're.
So he
kinda...
just becomes the okay. Well,
yeah.
That's kind of the driest way they could have done that.
Yeah. The Lost bio is kind of better, to be honest.
Like, you know what I would have done there? I would have had Calypso control the kid the way that the kid was controlling Mr. Kane, because like, wouldn't that make more sense? Like the remote thing. If you want to do horror, good, like I don't know.
Yeah, decaying puppet Sweet Tooth.
the body horror aspect there is good, but they just kind of dropped the ball on that one. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Seeker characters, their stories are very rushed. So.
Yeah, it's like, look, we got to put this game out. All right, we're.
Hence Axel, which take a wild guess at who's he's voiced by.
I had won the contest.
It's J.S. Gilbert again.
I did it good.
Went to Calypso and demanded my prize.
I'm gonna face Sweet Tooth, who is also voiced by J.S. Gilbert.
Gun.
It was him, that freak in the ice cream truck. He was always around the neighborhood. Why haven't
Always?
I been more careful? I should have said something was wrong.
Oh, this looks great.
Yeah.
Maybe I was really the one to blame for my wife's death.
We really are speed running this one.
Yeah.
Your wife, she didn't die easy. You should know. She begged for you as I killed her.
I'm edgy, you see.
Gone a lot in the direction of that thought.
But so is my wife. I will never be free.
Oh, bye. My wife.
There is something about the somberness of, like, he's dead, but so is my wife, I will never be free, and then just speeding the fuck off. It's... They hopped at Source Filmmaker and made this. I don't even think they were, like, 3D shots. I think that was all just... Oh, wait, no. Sweet Tooth was a model at one point.
Yeah. Just the still shots, like, didn't quite line up with, like, I mean, maybe that one Sweet Tooth shot was just him on the cover.
He looks a lot like Shadow Man, I just realized.
Oh, yeah. This has big Shadow Man energy.
Also, Cage,
in particular.
That model that we saw in this art, just...
Yeah.
So...
I'm not saying reuse, but,
the voice acting in this ending is certainly something. Warhawk again.
I had won the contest. I went to Calypso and demanded my prize.
Give it to me now.
I wanted him to remove the part of my brain that made me so sad whenever I took a human life.
I wanted him to put me on 5 ants.
You could have just got a prescription.
And as a bonus, he didn't just operate on my head. He gave me a new pair of hands. They would become
Have fun driving.
When I killed, everyone would know it was me. Midtown was scared of that.
How are you driving?
I'll show them something they'll never forget.
That VA really sells this ending. Jesus.
How are you driving with blade hands?
His lost ending, he tries to fight Sweet Tooth, he gets his limbs chopped off, but he's still driving somehow, so there's that.
What the fuck? Alright.
Right.
So...
Here's Black.
Yeah, not to be confused with the FPS by the same name.
See, we were talking about leather daddies earlier.
Yeah, really amping up the BDSM quotient here. Our quota is through the roof.
So Calypso, instead of just being there to grant his wish, just ran the hell away from him.
That is the sexiest outfit in this whole game. What do you mean? What do you fucking mean?
Yeah.
And he just fucks off?
Yeah.
That's it? That's the ending?
He ain't fucking playing around. He's gonna kill Calypso. He has no time for this. He has no time for this ending bullshit. Calypso's still out there.
Just shows up, grunts, like has a bomb. There's the horniest shot of maybe the endings period, and then he just pieces out.
Dollface was in a full BDSM outfit, and this guy's just wearing like...
This guy's just wearing straps.
He's wearing fucking Sophia's outfit from Toshinden 3 is what he's wearing.
He's gonna get the strap, brother. I'm gonna give Calypso the strap.
Alright, we'll end on... Switz's...
Swidif.
Yeah, Papai strap match!
Yeah.
My fault.
Please, no, I got a family.
Shut up and bleed, you motherfucker.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, 3 months in the nut house. The fucking Twisted Metal fan base has so much fun with that quote.
The old man's curse was beginning to piss me off.
Ow.
But then one day, he showed up. Calypso, he called himself. It was a stupid name. I wanted to kill him there and then, but he made me an offer.
I do like it's like the minute he sees Calypso, he's like, I just want to kill him, but...
If I won his game, he promised to show me how
Also, look at Sweet Tooth's built here compared to the model, like, just...
no more
Yeah.
headaches.
But now he's buff, like, is... He's got the Wan Fu thing going on.
Myself for the moment. I figured I'd play along with this little game. After all, I could always
10 years of the
Are the heads leather straps painted on? I just realized, like, they're not really.
That's a good
I
question.
think they're painted on his head. Like,
I never noticed that.
out like the dying heartbeat of a little girl.
buddy,
Ooh, scary.
buddy, that
Forever I hadn't
that is the most edgelord shit anyone's ever written in a video game.
Yeah. The fibers are fused to his head. Yeah, if his head's on fire, I guess that would make sense.
all my greatest achievements
Oh.
before my eyes. The scale of what I'd done, the sheer volume of people I'd killed.
You know, I thought I was off base earlier with the suffering comparison, but oh boy, it's like 1-to-1 right now.
Yeah. He put on some weight in the asylum. Yeah, this is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
All those people I hadn't killed yet. Come the night of my execution,
You're just playing FPS or something. Like,
gathered outside to watch me fry. I was upset about that.
my feelings were very hurt.
I figured he was just some Bible thumper wanting to save my soul. But as it turned out, the old man had something else in mind.
I do like how the preacher just went up to him. He's like, fuck this guy.
Like the freak he was. He asked God to curse me, to burden me forever with the flames of hell.
Ow.
So no wonder the preacher's having these delusions. Like, he fucking... I mean, this...
Get my voice back on.
He's like Jacob's laddering, also on fire.
But it's been 3 months since that night, and the pain gets worse every day. So let me tell you something, boys and girls.
Uh-huh.
I sure as hell believe in curses now.
See, he does the, so boys and girls things a lot, because he's a clown, you see.
Yeah. Every clown has a hell curse on them. That's just... They teach you that in clown college.
The contest was over.
I love diegetic
Asked him to make good on his promise,
jump sound.
bring an end to all the pain, to take away my curse.
Give me a bucket of water or something.
He
Jesus.
said inside it held the blood of a man who'd cursed me on the night of my execution. He told me if I
Oh.
drank it, my curse would be over. But he also said if I ever returned to my killing ways, the antidote would wear off, and the curse would come back to haunt me. I had to decide. It took me all of 10 seconds. Let's face it, boys and girls. A man has to have his priorities.
And all I know how to do is kill.
I killed Calypso about as well as I ever killed anyone.
Look at him here, he's fucking wide as hell. Like,
Greatest of all.
Wide boy. We love a wide boy.
yeah.
Should have been that wide in PlayStation All Stars, I think.
Yeah. God, he had a... How does Sweet Tooth have 2 Japanese voices now?
It's a good question.
What was the point of wanting to get rid of the curse? Like, everybody says this is the best ending in Twisted Metal history, and I'm like, get out of here. That's nothing.
It kind of just, yeah, it leans a little too hard into the, like, playing him up as this mythical slasher, and it's like, we haven't seen any of that. We've only seen him in a car. Like,
Well, the thing is, it's similar to Dollface's story, but there's no, like, development happening.
yeah,
It's
like,
just...
you don't get any wiggle room to really get any sense of that. It's just... And we know also, like you said, that it's just kind of a big dream sequence. So.
Yeah. So in his dream, he's like, I'm all badass now.
I'm so cool, I got suspenders.
But we're going to move into the game to where we'll see how he actually is.
Yeah. The real, yeah, not this fanfic archive of our own stuff.
Very good game, though. I wish it wasn't so
that game
hard.
slaps.
Yeah.
There should be some form of, I don't know, some add-on to make that not as ridiculous. Like, it feels like some additional radar help would maybe in the way that they have all the targets like a big triangle over them, like maybe have like a thing that prioritizes that, like maybe have like a better lock on, some way of mitigating how they'll just pull up on you and murder you at the start of a match. Like,
yeah, it's really the AI for me that just like so I make him like ripped, but he's also just like TM2 Sweet Tooth. That's pretty good. He's got to keep the slobbering, though. That's the important part.
Yeah, truly. I like the idea of him in, like, a hoodie.
It's not bad, yeah. Alright, let me boot up the other game. Which is also a Twisted Metal game with a twist!